All right, let's try this again. Hello. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Tech Talk Thursday. It's for Thursday, February 10th, 2022. Of course, I'm one of your hosts, Marcus Major Linux Summers, and I'm joined this week and every week by it's your boy Kev. Kev is in the building.
In the building.
So I'm gonna start off as I hope that I sound okay today. If nobody's has, well, I don't think I really posted. I think I shared a tweet to Twitch Raleigh today. But hey, new product alert. I bought the new Elgato low profile mic stand.
That was sweet.
Turns out that it cannot support the weight of the Rode podcaster microphone that I've been using for about 2-3 years now.
Yeah,
maybe even longer than that. Shit, I don't even fucking know. So I've now switched over to an all Elgato setup. So I've got the Wave 3 that I've had for a while, for about a year now. Picked up an the pop filter that goes with it, but it's now introducing an audio issue to where I sound louder with Skype running. So I don't know how I sound in comparison to other things. It's weird. I don't know how to feel. I'm lost. I'm hoping that I'm coming through clear for the stream. I guess I will find out at the end of the show.
Yeah.
When I listen to this back. Yeah. Because, this is going to be the mic that I'm going to have from here on out. So I guess I got to figure out how to get this all working. Let's see. Anka the GOAT, she is on vacation once again. And Sin, I think he had another show to do.
Right.
So shout out to them. They should be joining us next week. But Kev, before we get into what's going on in your life, I want to say congratulations. Today is episode number 50 of Tech Talk Thursdays. We've done this for 50 weeks. And obviously this is excluding the Thursdays episodes. I don't think I number those.
Right.
So this is the 50th podcast episode, and it's just us two here today.
Yeah.
How you doing,
They're
Kev?
here, but they're here. They're here in spirit.
Yeah. So how's everything going on with you, Kev?
Pretty good. Like I've been. Like part of me just kind of like with the new-ish schedule, it's afforded me time to go, you know what? You could get up your lazy ass and make some YouTube videos. So I got off my lazy ass and made some YouTube videos.
Wow.
I did, well shit, I think I did 3. No, I did 2 yesterday and I think I did 1 short today. We did the Dealer Life 2 one, which is essentially like, hey, it's like Pawn Stars, but animated. So you're basically like, oh, here's these like soiled clothes, and like, what do you want to give them for them? You're like, I give you $5. And I'm like, but these soiled clothes will give me 10. I give you $10. I'm like, I give you about a tree 50. So we played that, had a good time. And then it was like the Nintendo Direct, which we shall talk about.
Yes. Did you see I tagged you?
Yeah, I seen that. And I'm like, I
will give you a wide berth to discuss all of the Nintendo.
Yeah. So it's gonna be some rants in there, some love in there, some screaming in there for one particular thing in general.
We'll make sure clip guard. Elgato's patented technology. I don't know if it's patented or not, but Elgato's technology clip guard for the Elgato Wave 3. Let me stop. I mean, Elgato, if you want to sponsor the show, though, that'd be great.
That would be
I would
great.
not say no.
Because I definitely need those mini lights. I'm definitely
Yeah,
putting the mini lights. It was like the big light. I was like, I don't know, it's too big.
I'm
the
still
airs.
I'm still a little iffy on it because they cost as much as the airs.
Yeah, I'm probably just gonna get the airs.
Yeah, I thought it was like there was like $100 for that. I mean, I get it's portable, it's bright, but yeah, like I bought the two key light airs about a month ago for the unboxing set, and it's like I got a Hugo back there in the back. Like you can't see it because it's off screen there, but it kind of provides some purple back there in the back. Yeah, that's about as all I need for a portable light for the moment.
Right.
Pom Pom, thank you for that follow.
Thank you, Papa. So a lot. I think we did Monster Hunter. Then I think Tuesday we were going to do. What we were going to do like 2 Point Hospital. Then it was like, oh wait, I'd be like, oh wait, a new game alert. Powder the People came out, and then it was like, oh yeah, we got you key, man. And I'm like, well, I guess I'm playing that. And then it was like Wednesday, and then when I got finished with that, I was like, I gotta play something else. What shall I play? Oh, I'll play Spiritfarer for Wednesday. And then that announcement happened, and then I ended up playing something different, which we'll talk about. To the point, to the very surprise of the people who were like, to my moderator was like, you're playing that now? And I'm like, yeah, Jerry, I'm playing it now. So that got bumped. And then at the end of that, I was like, what am I going to play now? And then it's like, oh, wait, a developer approaches. And they're like, hey, we got Ollie Ollie World. You want to play that? And I'm like, yeah. For the Xbox? Yeah.
Look, you get this man an Xbox. Well, he getting his mileage out of that shit.
I'm telling you, I'm squeezing every last drop.
You have probably used that Series S more than I have.
I have. I really have. I can say that without guarantee. My Switch is looking at me like, bruh, really?
I've used my Switch more than the S.
Yeah, I've played it like twice. Oh, pretty much like twice a week this week, mostly once a week. And then it'll just be like, I'll just jump on like the S and suck at playing Windjammers 2 for a couple of minutes.
Oh my dude. I did not think I was gonna like Windjammers, but
I kind of do. I suck at it, but I like it.
I went online, man. I held my own.
Good.
I went online and I held my own, dog. Oh my god.
We love to see it. But
speaking of S2, I think what it is for me in the S,
right,
is that I hated the S.
You did.
It's one thing for me to say like I do not like this console. I felt like it could have been they could have done more with it.
Right.
I should have been doing the same thing with the S that I'm doing with the X, which is essentially sitting on my couch and playing it.
Right.
I do not because the systems effectively do the same thing. Like, sure, it may not be like 4K 60
right,
or like all the teraflops and all that bullshit, right?
Right.
But it will effectively play the same games and done the same things technically.
Right.
The things that I cared about, the fast storage, all that shit. For me to not play that console at all, but for me to like almost every night think about playing something on the X, if it's only just Madden.
Right.
I had Madden on the Series S and did not play Madden. Well, no,
right.
I did, but then I got pissed.
Right.
Because I think the Series S version of Madden played like old console Madden.
Yeah.
Like previous generation Madden. I was like, well, what the fuck is any of this?
Right. It's not like there are games that are specifically optimized specifically for the X.
Yeah, and I found that out. Like it took some more games for me to realize that. there are like, even if it's using the fast storage, there are some things that are still compromised on the S, and it's like, that sucks.
Yeah.
This is not what I sounded like. You can't sit and tell me they're effectively the same system at this point.
No.
Even if it, like, the graphical fidelity, like, I understand the 1440p versus 4K shit. Or if you're like, hey, it's 1080p, I get that. But for me, I am tired of playing 30 FPS Madden.
Right.
After having played 120 FPS Madden on a PC,
Right.
I want at least 60 on my TV.
Right.
The Series S doesn't give me that. The Series X does for gameplay. Now, replays is still 30. But I found out in Madden 22, which isn't in the EA Play Vault yet.
Right.
Like, I played like the little 10-hour trial that they give you with EA Play. They have a performance mode, which will give you up to 120 FPS. But for some reason, their cutscenes are always half the frame rate.
Right.
So gameplay will be 120, but the cutscenes will be 60.
Right.
I was in love. I was in love. And I
Right.
said, I cannot wait till this comes into the vault where I can just play a season of Madden 22 at 60 FPS on my couch. Because I can't do that with my PC at the time. I mean, right now.
Right.
Even though I'm trying to figure that part out.
Right. See, I understand and I get that, because I often know that, like, the S is like for a small, slight, minuscule, like, customer base. But for everybody else, get the X. Like, you know, everybody else, just get the X. This is like a specific type of thing for a specific group of people, and the value is there, and the value there, the coolness factor is there. And for me, it's like backup console, Game Pass, and backwards compatibility games. And that's pretty much it. But then PC gets upgraded, still going to be there, and then it'll just be like, all right, we're good on the PC. Still have it for Red Dead, still have it for old Gears, still have it for Fable. You know, now when new Fable comes out,
yeah, like, you can play all that shit on PC. Like,
exactly, with new Fable, that's what I'm saying.
All the Gears games on PC? No, because they're all 360s.
They're all 360, games, but they're cloud. You can play. I think you can play them on cloud.
Don't do that. But
I wouldn't do that.
Don't do that.
But if you're trying to play it natively on Game Pass, it's the Xbox.
I'm gonna tell you something. But I felt so vindicated the other day. I was watching a Digital Foundry video where they were talking about the new NVIDIA GeForce Now with the 380 tier or the 3080 tier.
Right.
And they compared it to xCloud. And they were like, yeah, the latency on xCloud is just so bad. Do not do that. Thank you. Thank you. Somebody scientifically did the shit that I've been preaching. Do not use fucking xCloud. I'm here for everything else Game Pass. xCloud, do not. Don't do it.
Mr. Ledbetter says, I got you.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
You are seen, Major.
Thank you. Thank you. He returned the favor after he clowned me for having a 1080p monitor on a 3080 Ti.
I'd be like, look, you can't tell me nothing bad about 1080p. For real. You really can't.
I held out.
You really can't.
I held out for the longest until I showed up in a Best Buy. I was like, that's not a bad price for a 1440p monitor. And Richard Ledbetter said that I need to have at least 1440p to run a 3080 Ti. I mean,
if you run 3080 Ti, 1440p is your new 1080p.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's your new 1080p at this point.
Yeah, and like it's driving me nuts because I love 1440p, but I only have one of them.
Oh yeah.
So like I see 1440p here, and then there's 1080 right here in front of me. I'm like, yeah, I need to fix this, but monitors are so expensive now, and I'm like,
they really are. Fuck.
I'm waiting. I'm making sure that I save enough, or at least I have a decent amount for my surgery when that time comes. That way I can start spending more again, even though student loan time is coming back soon. So I need to hurry up and, cross that railroad track before the train comes, because I do want at least to get one more 1440p monitor, and then I can feel good about my dual monitor setup here.
Right. When you had mentioned like before, where you be like, this is not a flex, but this is like a call for help. Yeah. This right here, what I'm about to say is this is not a flex, but this is a thank you Jesus moment. But it's more like I don't have student loans.
Hey,
again, not a flex, but I'm
happy for you.
God,
I am happy for you. Look, some of us got sold on that promise that going to college will get you. You'll be set beyond your wildest dreams. Yeah. I wish I'd realized that before I decided to go. Well, I'd already accumulated the student debt before I started actually making bank. But it was at that point. I was like, well, fuck it. I've got 2 classes left. I need to finish this at this point. Yeah, now I'm an idiot. Now I'm an idiot for not getting the degree.
I'm like, the way my goofy ass should just went to like AC repair or electronic repair and fucking got it over with instead of fucking computers. Because I could be like, learn how to build computers as a hobby, but AC repair as my job.
The thing is, like, I knew how to build computers. It's just that I wanted to do something else. Like, I was tired of hardware, and I still like as much as I love building computers. Still, it's still a thing of like, I have big fingers, man. It's just I can't. Now, granted, they make everything tool assisted now, so I like the screwdrivers and get in there and just do what I need to do. But before that, it was a lot of getting in there with your fingers and trying to do shit, and then I think Dell turned me off on a lot of it too, like a PC, physical PC repair, because so much plastic inside the case to get to the things you need to get to, and I hate it.
A lot of those fucking like weird ass Dell Octoplexes.
Oh my god.
Those gray and beige motherfuckers. Oh,
they're not any better now.
I mean, no, they're not any better, but they were worse.
oh, I know. This is the worst.
The worst.
So what else is going on? I distract you a little bit there.
Oh, nothing. We're gonna Lost Ark is tomorrow. Hopefully my computer won't set on fire trying to play it, but
what is Lost Ark? I've seen some people talk about it. Apparently it's blowing up on Steam before it was even available.
Yeah, it's been out since like 2019 in Korea and the eastern countries, but it's now available for the West, being distributed through Amazon. So yeah, they've been making like a big push for it because it's been popping in the East, and they're like, yes, we want to bring more Eastern MMO. It's like an MMO ARPG, so it's like an MMO dungeon crawler type game, and it's free to play, but there are founders packs, and so I've been like, oh yeah, I think I preloaded it. And I'm gonna try it sometime tomorrow, maybe stream it. But if there's issues, I'm probably gonna be like, fuck it, just do like just chatting instead. But
I mean, there's another Eastern game that came out recently.
What's one?
Crossfire.
Oh yeah, Crossfire. But that's on Crossfire, but that's strictly on Xbox. And if I'm gonna play a shooter, I'm gonna need a mouse and keyboard. So
plug a mouse keyboard into it.
Does it have mouse keyboard support?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if the game does, but I know the console does.
I know the console does, but game do?
I'm surprised. I did not know it was just strictly console though. That sucks.
Yeah, that's a little weird though.
That sucks.
That's what happened to Outriders. Outriders was like, oh, so not PC?
But it is. Outriders is on PC though.
It's PC now.
Oh.
But when it came out, it was.
Oh, that's right. That's right. It was Game Pass only on console.
And then all of a sudden, it was like when it fell off. Then it was like, "Here's your PC, guys," and I'm like,
"Really? Now? When
I don't have nobody to play with?
When
the community has moved on?
I'm here. I waited.
But yeah, that's pretty much it for me.
So I would have gotten the Founders Pack, but I hear their servers are struggling. Who servers? What, Crossfire or Lost Ark?
I'll take Lost Ark because I mean it's just starting.
Oh, okay.
So those servers are going to be a shambles for a while. So
I mean,
I think
what online service game? What live service game doesn't have? Well, fuck it. Halo launched pretty good this year.
Halo was okay.
Call of Duty. I think Call of Duty always does. Like, you very rarely hear like server issues with Call of Duty.
Yeah, Destiny 2 was fine.
Arc. Okay. So Lost Ark.
Yeah. Destiny 2 was fine, except for that time when they decided to release. What the fuck did they release? They released New Light, which was the free-to-play model. And wait Shadowkeep?
Wait a second. Hold on.
Right.
Because Merge mentioned New World, and I remember something I wanted to touch too. Because New World is also an Amazon game. Lost Ark and New World are two games that are being released through Amazon, at least in the West.
Right.
How? Thank you. Merge is getting there. We on the same wavelength. How is Amazon having these problems?
Because I think that's kind of weird. That's kind of weird to me. I don't understand it. With AWS, how?
Houseway.
How your servers in your economy like this? I don't know.
I mean,
have we not learned for Crucible? But okay.
The Crucible was a different problem.
Crucible was a very different problem.
Crucible was a different problem.
Oh, problem.
I have streamed that whole game. I hate this game. I fucking hate this game. This game sucks.
I looked at that game and I was like, this is giving me flashbacks to Battleborn, and I was like, oh no. There's a video on my YouTube channel where it's like literally just flashing lights and colors, and I'm like, I hate everything about it.
What the fuck is happening?
I cut that joint off early. I was like, no, this is not no. I'm going back to Overwatch. Let's go.
Damn, I really need to play some Overwatch.
Yeah.
I mean, now that hopefully that deal goes through.
I'm waiting.
And I won't have to hide it, but still.
I'm waiting for that joint to pull up on Steam. That's what I'm doing. I ain't supporting Battleborn, Battle.net anymore. Blizzard.net, fuck them.
It'll be in the Microsoft Store.
Oh yeah, that part. It'll be on Game Pass. Yeah. Yep. That's what I'm playing when it comes to Game Pass.
Damn. Oh yeah. So I guess it's my turn. I know at the end of the show last week I was talking about, hey, I should try some ray tracing games. So of course last week I was off on Friday, so I decided to sit here and just download a whole bunch of games. Was it Friday or was it Saturday? I can't remember. Also, I did post a list of RTX titles that were currently out, and kind of I actually played a few of them already. Some of them I played prior to me having the 3080 Ti, so I went back and circled back around. Well, actually, only one game I downloaded, and because like we were talking about ABK, I went and played Modern Warfare. That game, I forgot. I forgot that game alone is what started us becoming a storage. Like, we talk about Apple and we talk about storage on this show. And Call of Duty is what got us on my storage.
Yep.
I forgot how huge that fucking game was.
That thing is chunky.
And it is Warzone.
Yep.
Like, you cannot have Call of Duty without Warzone now. Like, Warzone is the default. Everything else, like the multiplayer, the special missions, the campaign, they're all secondary to Warzone. So it's like, I tried to save space. Like, well, I don't need any of the multiplayer shit. I just want campaign. It's like, nope, Warzone is default. So I went ahead, loaded up one mission in Call of Duty with all the ray tracing on. I played it. So I played Piccadilly because like it was nice. It was dark out with all the lights in London.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, yeah, this looks nice. Once that mission was over, turned that shit off and uninstalled everything. Say, hey, I need this storage back ASAP. I forgot that I played Cyberpunk. And I played all of Cyberpunk with the 1080. Which also made me think too. I was wondering what I got myself for my birthday last year. But I forgot I bought the Ryzen 9 CPU for my birthday. Because I thought that was going to fix the frame rate issues in Cyberpunk. It didn't. Like, spoiler alert, it didn't. Also, spoiler alert, the 3080 Ti didn't. It made it better. Actually, that made it better. But still driving in that game, it dipped below 60. I was like, what the fuck is any of this?
That's just a poorly optimized game. That's what that is.
Ryzen 9 with a 3080 Ti, and I still can't get 60 FPS in driving. What the fuck kind of nonsense is this? And I did play it with ray tracing after I got a 3080 Ti. I was like, okay, I see the ray tracing. Also, now I think I'm over it. I think I'm over trying to find ray tracing, and I realize why I haven't really been looking that much anymore. Like, yeah, like it was okay, but nothing really out there that makes me really care about it too much. And like, I wouldn't notice unless it was like for a Digital Foundry video that comes out and says, you know, look at the ray trace illumination or the shadows. It's like, other than that, I would not really care. So it still stands. Like, I don't feel like I wasted the money on the 3080 Ti because there's still hardware for content creation.
Right.
And like that, I was like, all right, cool. This just became the cool thing where I can play my video games and stream it and not have to worry about it for a while. Even though I am still looking at that Ryzen 9 5900X. Or is it 5950? I can't remember which one. So I don't want to update the CPU again just to make sure. But
the way I would have been like, yeah, nah.
But
like the wiggle room, like I'm pretty much looking at like
I mean, right now I'm sitting at I'm sitting at Xbox Series X and PS5 level CPU. Granted, mine's still better than that. But
it's that factor.
It could be better though.
It could be better though.
It could be better though. But yeah, like I have no need for it. Like it's a thing where I see it as I could, but I don't need it. Because then what am I going to do with the Ryzen 9 I take out?
Yeah. Exactly.
Even though I've been looking at maybe building a streaming PC and NDIing that shit, but
something to think about.
I mean, it's something I have thought about, and like I was looking at using this my Linux server for it, but the NDI plugin that's available only works in Ubuntu. Doesn't work on Fedora. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? That's it. I'm tired of this shit. I'm going home. Just going home. Like I said, outside of that, yeah, I got the new mic arm. I'm switching. I'm almost pure Elgato at this point. I'm more Elgato than man. But also, something else came in with the mic arm. We got it, baby. We got the merch. It's right here. Look at that. Look at that.
Buy that merch.
Look at that Tech Talk Thursdays mug. We got shirts. We got mouse pads. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up real quick before we. Let's see.
Right. I would cop that mug, but the way my mom buys mugs now, like I could not. It would be like physically impossible to squeeze another mug in this house.
So yeah, definitely, if you check it out, majors.house/merch. There are only 4 items in the store right now. Of course, we've got the mug, the wonderful mug here. Like as you can see on the store, it is the Tech Talk Thursdays replica t-shirt. It's not the one that we got, but it's a replica, like the replica jerseys. You don't get the ones that the NBA players wear, you get the replicas. We also have mouse pad and the desk mats as well. Look, Merge, I am so sorry about that. I wasn't sure how that was going to look initially, so I didn't launch it initially. But Sin was like, yeah, if you made a desk mat, I will totally buy one. So I made the desk mat. I apologize. I apologize. I will probably be investing in that desk mat though. So yeah, definitely check that out. Majors.house/merch. And shout out to Merge for helping me test by buying things and not letting me know until after the fact. That was a happy surprise last week. If you missed that, it is at the end of last week's episode where I found out that apparently people were buying merch and I was blissfully unaware. Because it's not like anybody tells me anything, and this is not Merge's fault. This is actually Stream Elements. Stream Elements had alerted me to people buying things in the store, or I would have no incentive to check to see what had happened.
It was like Stream Elements was like, "Don't worry, man. We got you, man. We just sent it out. Good. We didn't want to bother you."
So let's see here. I think that's about it. Like the mug. Of course, I got like the shirts on the way from for my wife because they don't make shirts in my size, so I bought a shirt for her. The mic arm. I think that's it. It. Well, yeah, like I played some. I like I mentioned earlier, I played some Windjammers. It was really nice. Played around with Sifu for a little bit. I can't wait to get back into that. But that's it. Let's say we get into some news, shall we? Got a lot of stuff to go through. I'm gonna breeze through some of it. Look, I tried to do the sin route and try to prune some things. So it's like I did cut like maybe 2 stories. But it's like some of this stuff is just too important. Okay. It just makes me mad. They just make me a little mad. Just a little mad. Speaking of which, if you are a Verizon employee, and I think AT&T does it too, Verizon's getting rid of the 24 and 30-month plans with their cell phones. It's moving everybody to 36-month payment contracts. So, and you can't pay them off early, apparently. There's no more 2 years. There's no 1.5 or 2.5. These are 3 years. You got to keep your cell phone for 3 fucking years. But I think the exception is for the iPhone. Which I think with the iPhone, I think they still have that program of like, you get a new one every year. So, I mean, I'm happy about that. Because, me being happy iPhone user, but I know, like, again, for the vast majority of people, this may not be the move that they want. Like, I mean, the prices are cheaper, but then, and also, like, again, while you're not locked into contracts, like carrier contracts, you're still locked into these phones for 3 years, which kind of sucks.
Yeah, it kinda sucks, yeah.
So yeah, please be aware of that. Verizon just switched over. I think AT&T has been doing that for a while. T-Mobile is the only one that still has the 24-month plan. So if you were looking for another reason to get off Verizon and go to T-Mobile, which I think due to like some consumer research group, T-Mobile has the fastest or the best 5G network at this point. What is, I forget which redneck comedian says, "Here's your sign."
That's all Bill and Ball.
Okay. Also in the hey, who's fucking around with my money category, Amazon Prime. Speaking of Amazon,
These
of AWS fame, Amazon is moving their Prime subscription up to $139 a year, up from $119. Now, apparently, this caught Tycho by surprise because we were talking about this. He thought that it was still $99, and apparently, he was still paying $99. I don't know how.
I think he was grandfathered.
It may have been, but he was like, man, I can't believe they're doing that. All these just like, dude, like they've done this one time before. And it's like, no, they haven't. It's like, I promise you, dude. Like, it's what switched me off of the yearly plan to where I'm paying the month to month now, just in the event shit hits the fan.
That part, me too.
Like just in the event,
right?
But I'm honestly at a point where I think I'm like stable. I can't remember when I switched to month to month. I want to say it was like at a very unstable part of my life, but now I'm back at stable again.
Yeah,
I may switch back to the yearly. That way, I mean, it's again not a flex. Probably a cry for help because again, I'm being raked over the coals by Amazon. But again, like if for people are like, well, I mean, you don't need your packages that fast. Like you're right, I don't. But you cut off for me, it's always streaming platforms. I cannot let go of Netflix, Hulu, Amazon because there is some form of children's content somewhere. Like my wife and I, we don't watch Amazon content that much. It's very like I make it like there's like the occasional like grand tour, like the guys from Top Gear.
Yeah,
I will watch theirs, or there may be like an occasional movie or something that may come out on Amazon. But I don't watch it enough to justify. Now I order a lot of packages, but I can wait.
Right.
Until I can't.
Yeah, it's the equivalent of they have beforehand, it's like non-prime is slower.
Yeah.
Like significantly slower.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I'm talking about like 2 weeks slow.
Oh no.
That part. Because see, most times it's like prime, you got the 1 and 2 day shipping options. But generally when it's non-prime or it's prime-ish, because there is definitely prime-ish.
Yeah.
That's basically, that usually runs about 4 or 5. That usually runs about 3 or 4 days. 3 or 4 days. No later than 5. When I remember back in the non-prime days, this was pre-pandemic.
See, this again where I thought you were talking about something recent, but you're talking about years ago.
No, I'm talking about pre-pandemic. It was 2 years. Can you imagine now? Current pandemic.
Yeah, ain't nowhere to post.
Ain't nowhere post. But it's like current. It was unacceptable for 2 weeks. Cause I was like, you motherfuckers. I hate y'all. You know what? I'm getting Prime, but you can fuck off. I was pissed. It was more like they had me like, fine, I'll pay your little prices. I'll pay you in pennies. Fuck.
Like it's
you know,
it's that thing of it's that thing of like when we had that conversation a few weeks ago about ads.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, like I don't see the ads. I don't really think about ads. And it's like, there is a whole world outside of this bubble you've created for yourself. It's like, oh no, it's terrible out here. You know what? I said I was gonna say fuck prom, but you know, I don't know if I can go back, dog.
Yeah, it's that whole like
it smells broke out here.
It's like we out here like you think to yourself like I ordered these headphones, right? I ordered these. And they came in like the next day. They were like 1 day. They were Prime 1 days. And then you had like the regular Prime 2 days, whatever.
Yeah, my pop filter was here. Like I ordered it the day the arm came in. It was here the next day.
Right. So it's like, imagine like being like, yeah, it's fine. And being like, oh, here's for free shipping. You have to order like 35 or more to get it. And then it takes 2 weeks.
Yeah. I just,
See,
because
it's like, it's legit. Like, all right, Amazon Music, which I ain't even using, and then it's like, I'm really just using it for packaging, and maybe like a handful of shows that I might, that okay. I'll watch a couple. I'll maybe like watch a season of this or 2 seasons of that. But to be fair, like HBO Max got better value.
Yeah,
you know. got better programming,
and I get that for free.
Yeah, Netflix is good. Hulu is good. I got sitting there been watching like Dark Side of the Ring about like old wrestlers and shit, and I'm just like, yo, I love this. It's like $11, $11.99, $12. I was like, cool.
See,
Saying one day,
I got that bundle with Hulu and Disney Plus.
Yeah, I said one day I'm gonna watch Book of Boba Fett, and I ain't watched, and it's ended, it's done.
Well, now you can just
and I'm
binge
like,
it.
well, now I can binge it.
Now you can binge it.
So,
it's good. It's so good.
Yeah,
it's so good.
I remember how good Boba Fett was in Mandalorian, and yet I still haven't watched Boba Fett yet.
It is like a fucking Western, and I love it. Like, I would not watch a Western, but I watch this, and this is a fucking Western, and like, I hate that I know this, and I hate that I am watching it because it is a Western, but it is Star Wars, and I love it.
That's what I really loved about Mandalorian, because it really felt like a Western. It was like, yo, this is what y'all need to do. Small, concise, tight projects.
Oh
a mil, like, a mil episode. Done.
Look, you think the Mandalorian is what? I'm gonna take, dude. Boba Fett is a fucking Western, like, just with it being set on Tatooine, it's just nothing but desert. And it's just like, yeah, this is a fucking This is a Western if a Western was a Western.
Yeah, I was like, that one episode is.
And look, I'm gonna tell you, like, that back half, dude, just, whew, dude.
It's always Disney with them. It's always Disney with them episode 3s and 4s. Like,
oh boy,
yeah. When it's like them 3s and 4s hit, I was like, ooh,
it's great. It is fucking great. I was excited when they announced it or whatever, but they delivered the shit out of that. I like,
yeah. So
just watch it. Just watch it.
Yeah, I'll probably watch some episodes tomorrow and then probably finish it.
Apple TV has more value than Prime Video.
They do.
I started watching the show called Suspicion that came out. After Party came out a couple of weeks ago. It's a new show. After Party has Tiffany Haddish.
Yeah.
But this is a show called Suspicion that came out last week. That has Raj from Big Bang Theory in it.
Okay.
Now, I did not know this dude was British. And you get this man some fucking facial hair, like, and he's clean. I did not recognize that motherfucker at all.
The motherfucker is crisp.
He can fucking act too. Like, dope.
He's like Kamal with muscles. Like, I wasn't prepared for it.
I mean, Kamal with muscles too.
That was
like, worked out for Eternals. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah. He was like, I was like, bruh, you didn't even have to.
No.
And yet.
No. I'm telling you that shit, that Suspicious show is really good. If you got Apple TV Plus, definitely check that shit out. Like, for me, I love, like, it's a suspense. It's like a whodunit. And I think what really gets me is, like, because it's set in the UK where it's like Big Brother state. Like, it's just like, there's like, kind of espionage looking shit, and like, okay, yeah, let's go. Twists and turns everywhere. I'm like, oh man, this is gonna be good. But I digress about streaming services. Other than Amazon Prime is only really fucking good for fucking shipping packages.
That part.
And unfortunately, it is driving real people, like, it's just grinding them to death at certain points.
Yeah,
I feel bad about it, but
I talked to Dee about it because Dee used to work for Amazon, and I'm like, Dee, I feel sorry because I'm probably gonna have to work you to death because
it's too good.
He's like, it's all right, it's cool. Like,
all I can do, like, I really hope that the unionization efforts at these distribution centers, these warehouses, really go through. I know Amazon, along with other companies like Starbucks, Activision, all these companies are actively going around and trying to bust up unions and shit. But yeah, I mean, I've been following the Amazon stuff like occasionally through TikTok, and it seems like they're doing some real good stuff. So again, I hope. Excuse me, my heart's out to those at Starbucks, Amazon, wherever they're sitting there trying to get union support, because we definitely need that. The employees don't even get a discount. That's a bummer.
Called Didi up. I summoned her.
Let's see here. In more terrible company news.
Yes.
Meta threatens to pull Instagram and Facebook in Europe over privacy laws. Regulators say, "Deuces, motherfucker.
Do it.
Do it. I dare you. I dare you, motherfucker.
Do it. Do it.
I bet you won't.
Do that. Bet you won't. Do it, Mark. Break yourself."
So let's see here. As such, the EU and the United States are currently in negotiations for a new pact. And the lack of an agreement between the two sides could spell trouble for companies including Meta. In a new filing this month, Meta renewed previous threats, promises that it would be forced to pull Facebook and Instagram, both if an agreement isn't reached. But shortly following Meta's comments, the two top German and French politicians brushed off the threats. German Economy Minister Robert Habeck told reporters that he's been without Facebook and Twitter for 4 years due to his account being hacked, and that life has been fantastic since then.
Oh.
French Finance Minister Bruno Le Maire added that he can confirm life is very good with Facebook and that we will live very well without Facebook.
They're like, do it, motherfucker.
Habeck added that the EU is such a big internal market with so much economic power that if we act in unity, we won't be intimidated by something like this, end quote. Mm-hmm. They're like, motherfucker, I wish you would.
Motherfucker.
You need us. We don't need you.
Instagram. I can just see Instagram in that meeting with Meta being like, I'm the one selling the records. They coming to see me. They coming to see the Temptations. Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. It's like, that's the whole thing I thought about. When I tell you I listen, like, do yourself a favor, go find this podcast called Business Wars. Look for like the Instagram versus TikTok. Mark pretty much was like the Instagram founders, and like Mark were pretty much at that point where I'm like, I am tired of your skinny little ass. If you don't get the fuck out of my face, fucking with our algorithm. The fuck is wrong with you? We don't want to come with you. We bringing credibility to you, and you sitting up here messing around with us and calling it as our fault. I smacked that would have been the equivalent of my man cracking another dude in the head with a wine bottle in the club. Like you coming into my VIP popping off at me? Chardonnay, I like to say, Cristal to the noggin.
Also, early this week, I know Sid had tweeted out kind of a warning about, hey, if Facebook pulls out of the EU, that there could be some issues with the internet. While that's a very valid concern, especially when it comes to Facebook Zero, it's something that I want to make sure we clear up in regards to something we said on this show a few weeks ago, where we inaccurately assumed Facebook was providing internet, like free internet access, just blanket internet access. I looked it up this week. Facebook Zero actually just allows people to freely access Facebook. That's it. Like, they're still having to pay for the internet through a provider. It's just that they won't get charged to access Facebook. So, you know, it kind of flies in the face of net neutrality. So there's that. However, if they were to pull Facebook Zero out of the EU, then that could be an issue for those running businesses through Facebook, which was the initial issue we were having with Facebook. I think the Facebook outage a few weeks ago. Damn, it's been months at this point, right? Like that was an initial issue with like the Facebook outage or what have you. And it's an issue with this. Like if Facebook is gone, then people can't run businesses. However, yeah, it's not like it's pulling out whole internet like we initially said that it would if Facebook zero disappeared.
Right.
So I do want to clarify that part. It seems like nobody really watches the show, or they would have called me on them, or they would have called us out on that error. But hey, nobody called us out. Nothing happened.
Yep.
In more terrible person news, Elon Musk is not having a very good day with his Starlink internet service. Elon Musk SpaceX loses 40 Starlink satellites in one day. Oop. Due to a geomagnetic storm.
Ouch.
While this is very unfortunate, again, for the people who are relying on Starlink for internet service, I would say, hey, if you were spending this much money to put satellites in space, why not just invest in terrestrial infrastructure? You know, repair the infrastructure we got, build new infrastructure on the ground, and then we can avoid shit like this.
5G towers, run fiber lines, you know.
Like the money it would cost to do this, you could actually just rebuild the infrastructure.
Yeah.
Make it better, stronger, more resistant to the shit that knocked out the satellites. Because again,
right.
It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when there's going to be a huge geostorm, like a geomagnetic storm.
I mean,
or a bit like a solar storm and knock shit out.
Yeah, we would pretty much be on the cusp of like cosmic rays and the Fantastic Four, because fuck around. but yeah, I think like how much would that have cost him? You know, this really just feels like a evil billionaire plot of my man just out here throwing satellites in the sky for some beneficial purpose, but then it actually exposes itself to be some like grand, like nefarious thing.
Oh, so Die Another Day.
Yeah, almost in that way. Yeah, it's like Die Another Day. Or like Tomorrow Never Lies, where it's like, oh, it's a media mogul and he's doing this thing, but it's actually this. He's actually, you find out, oh, Musk is putting like a giant rail gun in orbit.
I mean, Merge also has a point that he's just really preparing for Mars.
Yeah. I mean, he can go. He can really go. Anytime he wants to go, just go. Take Jeff with you.
Leave that money, though.
Leave the money, though.
You can't spend it in Mars.
You can't spend it in Mars. It won't spend in Mars.
No.
Mars ain't got crypto. Anyway.
You know what? Speaking of fucking, I know we're going to get to that point in a little bit, because of course the show always has a section dedicated to the fall of crypto. But I do not understand why nowadays I'm getting ads for crypto shit in Instagram, and now YouTube is surfacing crypto videos for me to watch. Like, stop all of this bullshit. I do not care. I do not want any of this. Make it go away.
The way I'd be like listening to my serious true crime podcast. And what breaks me out of my immersion are two commercials. Number one, a commercial for crypto, and a commercial for some fucking mobile game that really, like, they're talking about, I'm just listening about blood and gore and violence, and then be like, this podcast is brought to you by June's Journey. Follow June as she goes on a point and seek, and I'm like, literally like, or Best Fiends, and I'm like, dude, I know you don't give a fuck about Best Fiends. It's okay. You're trying to make your money, but you can't sell it to me in that deep voice you got trying to sell me Best Fiends. You're not gonna do it, Chief.
What gets me is I hear a lot of ads for BetterHelp. It's like, do y'all not know how BetterHelp is just shitty to everybody involved in that?
Yeah.
But we just go act like that's not a thing. Okay, cool. Yeah. Luckily, some of these podcasts have chapters, and I use an iPhone. Are there any Android podcast apps that have chapter support?
I don't know if they have chapter support, but but mine definitely has like skips. So
yeah, that's the thing. Like, skips is one thing, but It's only a feature I've noticed on iPhones or iOS devices where there's like chapter support.
Shut up, chapters.
Hold on, 'cause let's see. Well, I mean, granted, I'm on this Mac, so I'm gonna pull up my Pocket Cast app on my Mac, and I'm gonna see here. I'm gonna pull up something that would have chapters.
Mm-hmm. Because I'm like, I would like to know.
It's hard for me to tell because I don't want to play the podcast. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, like I've only noticed on an iPhone where like having like I have chapter support on iPhones. I've never seen it anywhere else, and yeah, it's weird.
Mm-hmm.
In Twitter news, and I know Twitter is going to be split up. Well, actually, yeah, Twitter's going to be split up because there's two different topics, and I forgot to rearrange them properly. Twitter expands the downvote button to test worldwide. So, hey, if you start seeing a downvote button on your Twitter replies, it's there. Don't be alarmed. And there's a new Twitter DM feature that's being tested in iOS that apparently makes it very quick to get to slot into somebody's DMs. So for all those out there, be careful because now there's just there's less steps to your harassment.
Mm-hmm. Oof.
There's new there's some new iOS betas out there this week. One of the features that they added was tap to pay from iPhone to iPhone.
Cool.
It doesn't seem like this is built into like the wallet app, if I'm not mistaken, but they enable APIs so that way third-party payment processors can use it. Stripe. Yeah, Stripe was one of the companies that signed up to get access to that API. So soon, like in the next, hopefully with iOS 15.4 when that comes out, if you want to pay for shit over the phone, I mean, if you were selling things, because this is mainly for people who are selling things, you don't necessarily need to sit there and buy like a Stripe device or a Square device. You can actually accept the payments through your phone. So going on to Apple for that. I don't know if Android has a feature like that.
I don't think so.
That's surprising because normally Apple is lagging Android, and Android users will love to remind you that is a thing that that Apple people can't do yet, or you copied it from us.
Yeah, because like Google has the thing called like nearby share, which is like their rendition of AirDrop.
Yeah,
AirDrop. And that'd be kind of cool if it'd be like, hey man, you owe me money. All right, cool, I'll pay you. Boop. There you go. Like that would be nice.
I don't see if this is going to be within the Apple Wallet. It'd be nice if it was. I don't see why it wouldn't be an Apple Wallet, because like it would be nice if I could say that, like if my wife asked me for a couple of bucks, like I could just sit there and like tap it to her, as opposed to having to go through Square or having to send it through text messages and shit. What's going on, Rowan? But honestly, because Apple did put this out here, they have announced that this is a thing. I'm pretty sure that in Android 13, it'll also be included. And of course, Android 13 will normally come, like the latest version of Android normally comes out after the latest version of iOS. So, and if this is being included iOS 15.4, then it will be out like within the next month or two. So, hooray! Apple got a feature before the Android did, or who knows? Like, because like the NFC system, I think on Android is a little bit more open than Apple's is. I would not be surprised if third-party apps just already had it built in. Like, hey, if you were just close to the other phone, we could just do it. You don't necessarily need access to system-level APIs to do it.
I.e. like a bump.
Yeah. Oh, man, remember Android Bump?
Oh, I love Bump.
I don't think... It goes back to how I envision me using this technology versus how I ultimately end up using it.
Yeah.
Like I had Android back when Android Bump was a thing, but I did not know anybody. I was not friends with people who were, in my opinion, cool enough to use Bump with me.
Yeah. I've had maybe like 2 Bump transactions with somebody, like my buddy, and be like, "Oh, hey man, give me your number. All right, cool. Get our phones together. Boop, bumped. There's my number." Like
it was me where I would take somebody else's phone and just to do it because like, oh yeah, we got Android, we could do this thing, and like I'm the only one who cares.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, couldn't have just gave me the number? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Like don't worry about it. And I always use this one. It's that idea of when I watch an Apple keynote and all the people using FaceTime or all these cool technologies. It's like cool 20 somethings, like sexy 20 somethings. Doing all these cool things. Like, yeah, that's going to be me. I can't wait. I'm going to call my friends on Facebook. It's going to be great. We're going to share, play, all this shit, right? But the only people I FaceTime with is my mom. And it's not because she wants to talk to me. She wants to talk to my son. And that's it. That is the only interaction with FaceTime. Everybody, all of our phones and iPads are updated to where we can have share play. We ain't doing share play.
Yeah.
None of that. Like all these cool features. I said, man, I can't wait to use it. And nobody's around to use it.
It's like the only person that like duos me is my uncle, and that's usually by accident. And somehow he has it where he duos the both of us, my mom and me, because my mom has a Motorola phone, but it's one of the newer phones, and then I got the Pixel, so it's like both our phones ring, and then I'm like, "Unc, why you call?" And I'm like, "I'm about to call my daughter," and it's like, "Oh. Well, how you doing, Unc?" Since you're here and I'm looking at your face and you looking at mine, what's up? What's good?
And that was like with Duo, like we used Duo heavily back when it rolled out because I think Tiffany was on iPhone, I was on Android for a little bit, and my parents, they were both on Android. So we used Duo because like it allowed iPhone to be able to call. But it was like the only video calling that we had for Android. I mean, now I take that back. There were plenty of video calling apps, but nobody was going to install Skype. Nobody was using Facebook Messenger. I don't even think Facebook Messenger had video at the time. So like,
not probably not at the time.
Like Duo was the easiest thing because it was like a Google thing. We were already signed into Google. Let's just stick with that. And it's still sad that, not sad. To me, it's still concerning that Google does not have a built-in video calling feature, and that they're still like you still have to use a secondary app to get that.
Right.
But then I guess they're thinking, hey, if somebody else makes it better, then why the fuck do we care?
True.
But yeah, now we can FaceTime. Now I can FaceTime with an Android user, but it doesn't matter anymore because we're all iPhones over here.
Yep.
Solve that problem. So remember that AirTag issue we were talking about last week?
Yeah.
I think Apple took that to heart and was like, hey, we're going to fix this. So Apple announced today, actually literally today this time, that they're putting some updates to AirTags. One of the things that one of the things they are doing today is they're adding precision finding to the unknown AirTag. So essentially, like you could do precision finding if you own the AirTag, if you were looking for the thing that was attached to it. But now they're adding precision finding for the person who is being followed by an unknown AirTag. That way it makes it easier for people to find the AirTag. Especially now that in the wild there are people selling speaker deactivated AirTags. They're now displaying alert with the sound in the on the phone itself. So again, because people are deactivating the speaker in the AirTags, now the phone itself will let you know. It will audibly let you know that there is an AirTag with you. They're updating the tracking alert so that way it's not as confusing. Because one of the things they were saying is that the AirPods would say unknown accessory. And if they were or if they were like a friend's AirPods, which can't really track you, they can't track you like that. But like if somebody left their AirPods, it will say, hey, there are a pair of AirPods with you. Like maybe your friend like kind of put it in the bag or whatever and let you know that, okay, yeah, it's your AirPods, so you're coming back. And they also are changing the tone of the AirTag itself to make it a little bit louder for you to hear when you're ringing it and trying to find the unknown AirTag that's on you.
Okay.
They're also adding some wording to when you add an AirTag to your phone. They're saying, hey, just in case you were unclear about any of this, this is fucking against the law. Also, if you get caught with this shit, we have the ability to forward your information to the police. So really think about that.
We're gonna come for you.
Let's see. There's also something that was added in here from the National Network to End Domestic Violence and the National Center for Victim of Crime. They said that the Apple safety system is raising awareness of unwanted tracking and starting a conversation about victim safety. From Erica Olson, director of the Safety Net Project at the National Network to End Domestic Violence, quote, the alert system Apple has notified potential victims of any unwanted tracking has helped shine a light on a problem that existed long before AirTags. Remember, I kept saying that part came on the market. We are happy Apple is engaging in the conversation about victim safety and are continuing to improve safeguards. We hope others will follow their lead, end quote. I am fucking glad that, again, it's another thing I've been saying that's been fucking validated. Everybody's been upset about fucking AirTags. Like AirTags this, AirTags that. The only reason why people are talking about this shit is because Apple made you fucking aware that it was happening.
Right.
Tile did not do that. Tile still does it. Not that I'm aware of. And again, Tile sells you, like Tile is potentially selling your data through Life 360, the company that owns Tile now. So again, like it's not like I'm standing for Apple. Apple has some shitty practices too. But again, like, when it comes to these AirTags, it was something that was brought to people's attention. Like as soon as they were announced and as soon as, you know, they like the safety features of the AirTags were being talked about at the announcement, people were asking questions. It baffles me. Like so many people are bashing Apple for the AirTags. They didn't think about the safety. Like, no, the fuck they didn't. They did. They could have just not told you, but they chose to let you know that there is something with you that shouldn't be there, that you did not put there. So I'm glad that they're going through and they're making things a little bit more clear. They're adding more features to kind of combat what people are doing to modify AirTags to continue this practice. And again, like Erica also said, like I hope that other companies start doing it too, because again, it's that thing of Apple is trying so hard to protect people, to keep shit private and to keep people safe, that it's shining a light on all these other tracking devices that don't do what Apple does. And have probably been used before, but because nobody knew it was a thing, nobody cared. And I'm pretty sure people did know like Tile was capable of doing shit like this. Tile to me is even more pervasive because more people probably got Alexa shit in their fucking homes than iPhones. So like it was weird to me how so many people came out to bash Apple for this when it's like there were worse offenders and y'all just ignored them for so long and y'all came after the people who had the audacity to say and do something about it. Y'all attacked the messenger and that ain't a good look. In US government news, now this is kind of a funny one. Now, we already knew about Cellebrite, how, you know, they are the company that can potentially unlock iPhones or any smartphone. What gets me is that the Fish and Wildlife Service was becoming one of their biggest customers because they were trying to catch people illegally fishing and poaching and shit. Mm-hmm. Thought that was funny to bring up.
Yeah, sir.
But yeah, just also this is a reminder: Cellebrite exists. So yeah, please make sure you lock your shit up. Lock it up real tight. This was shared. I want to say Young shared this article. Ruin, if you shared it, please feel free to correct me if you were the one who shared this. But yeah, so apparently there's a fight over a right to repair for cars again, or steel, and it's just getting worse. Apparently in some states where they're introducing legislation to have data in cars accessible to third-party repair shops, car manufacturers are disabling features in certain states. So this article talks about a Subaru owner in Massachusetts. Massachusetts. How do you say that state?
Massachusetts.
The state that Boston is in. So there's a family who they love Subarus. The wife bought a Subaru a few years ago, loves it, got the remote start and all that shit, right? So the husband was like, you know what? I kind of want a Subaru too. Went out to buy a Subaru last year. Got his Subaru, bought it back home, and realized that his remote features, while they existed in the car, he could not activate it because he lived in Massachusetts. Because the state legislator is trying to push through legislation to say, hey, any data that's in this car needs to be accessible to third parties. So that way they can actively repair the car. They have the same information and you don't have to rely on a dealership to fix your car. So as a level of protection, Subaru and Kia are like, yeah, fuck that. No, we're just not going to turn it on. Nobody, if we can't lock this down, nobody's going to have access to any data. If you want to remote start your car, fuck you. You just going to have to go out in your cold in Boston or wherever it is in Massachusetts, because this is up there. You have to go out in that snow and start your own damn car. I don't know what to tell you. So it starts off as like, hey, the car manufacturers are not letting third-party repair shops get access to data, and they're taking things away from customers that they are buying, which sucks in and of itself. But then it got to a point where it's that thing of like, man, it seems like both sides have points. Both sides are being shitty about this. Or I think both sides have a point, but I still feel like the manufacturers are being shitty about it. Where the manufacturers are saying that if we open the data to the third party repair shops, there's nothing stopping those third-party repair shops from, one, getting access to data that they should not have, and two, using it to sell or to sell you, the customer, or to sell the data to somebody else to then sell to you. Where it's like, damn, that is kind of shitty too. If that's what data is, that's what data is accessible. To where someone said, hey, it'd be nice if people work together, kind of work that system out. But then I remember too, so, oh yeah, wait, government is fucking slow. They are never going to get this shit done in time. And they were saying that the time frame that the state legislature gave Subaru and Kia to fix these issues wasn't enough time, so they decided to just turn it off. So now you got people out here who are buying these awesome ass cars. And again, as somebody who owns a Hyundai, which is, you know, a part of that Subaru Kia line of cars, I love my fucking remote start. I love the fact that I get telemetry, I get data from my car on my phone. I pay good money for my fucking car. And I'd be damn if they turn that shit off on me.
Let me take a shit I love. Fuck what you mean?
Is that they open up the data and then someone could bypass their attempt to charge a subscription on remote start. And that's the sad thing too. Like I know this, I've seen a few TikToks from a guy who's been hacking their Tesla to kind of unlock the DLC of a Tesla. It is so fucking dumb.
Mm-hmm.
It is really dumb how this shit has kind of turned out, where it's like cars have fucking on the disc DLC.
Mm-hmm. Hate to see it.
Like, it baffled me when, as somebody who was following the CarPlay and Android Auto scene, I think this was before I got my first car with CarPlay and all that. I remember BMW came out with a car that was Android Auto CarPlay compatible, but you could only access it through a subscription. I think it was like $30 a month. I'm like, the fuck? Fuck that bullshit, man. It's getting out of hand where manufacturers are nickel and diming people. Like, it's a thing of like, attach it to the infotainment system and hey, if I want Android Auto, put it as a part of the updated infotainment system. Don't just install it in my fucking car and tell me I can't have it until I pay for it. Ain't fucking Sirius XM, and they need to stop calling my ass too. I'm not tired of them motherfuckers. The second we gotta mention Sirius XM. I finally called them yesterday or last week and said, yeah, I never bought your service. I didn't even know I had it until you started trying to charge me.
Mm-hmm.
Get thee away from me. I do not want this, and you were not getting my money. Bye-bye.
Mm-hmm. Back up, off me.
EA'd but by car manufacturers.
Yeah.
No, that's... Wait, who had Horse Armor? I thought that was...
That's Bethesda.
Yeah, that's Bethesda.
Mm-hmm.
Don't pay for the undercoding. Don't pay for the undercoding.
Mm-mm.
But before we go into this next story, I just happen to look down. We've got to add in a few, so I'm going to stop right now. We'll run the ad, and we'll be back with more Tech Talk Thursdays.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
All right. Yes, thank you everybody for tuning in. Really do appreciate it. Of course, if you're watching the YouTube version, the Spotify video version, or listen to the audio version of this podcast, please definitely tune in to the live show, twitch.tv/Major Linux, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern on Thursdays for the live show. We really would appreciate your company. It's great. Also, tell your friends. Tell your friends we're here. Yeah, do that.
Yeah, do that thing.
It's not in this house.
I mean,
unfortunately, they're here.
We got to make it do what it do.
Yeah. Thank you everybody for sticking through the ad break. We are back with more Tech Talk Thursdays. Leading up with Google auto-enabled 2SV. I don't know what is 2SV. Oh, two-step verification. Okay,
Yeah.
I know it is 2FA. I've seen MFA. 2SV is new to me. They've auto-enabled two-step verification for over 150 million people, leading to 50% decrease in compromised accounts.
Mm-hmm.
So there is more empirical data that states that, hey, I was right. We're all right here. Two-factor your shit.
Yep.
Do it.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly, the data shows it works.
It works.
It works.
Mm-hmm.
And more security news and why, hey, you should probably use a 2FA app like Authy or Google Authenticator. FBI warns of criminal escalating SIM swap attacks to steal millions. Of course, you do not know what SIM swapping is. That is when a hacker will either get access to your mobile data account, or they will, like, through either hacking or either social engineering, if they call the carrier and get the carrier to switch your phone number to a SIM that you do not have ownership of.
Fish.
Which will then allow them to be able to make and receive phone calls on your behalf, receive your text messages, and just ultimately just get your data. This is a big issue, especially if you are using two-factor authentication through SMS.
Yes.
Which means that if they have access to your account, your username and password, all that we need to do is send a text to your phone or to your number. It gets into their phone because they now have your number on that SIM, and they can log into your account. Now, apparently, this has been a big issue for a lot of people who are in crypto. I think that this is being bought up a lot of cryptocurrency thefts, a lot of NFC shit. Do not ever, if you can avoid it, please do not use an SMS version of two-factor authentication if you can help it, because of the fact that things like this do exist. Unfortunately, Twitter still uses SMS-based two-factor authentication, and the company they were using for it was apparently giving data to the government.
Sadness.
The company Mito AG was used by Twitter to send text messages on its behalf, including security codes used for two-factor authentication. Twitter says that it is, quote, transitioning away from company services, but appears not to have completely ceased using them as yet. So, please use an app. There are free apps. These apps are free. Fucking iOS has it built in now. This reminds me, I know someone who refuses to get a data plan because he's afraid of companies tracking, collecting data on him. So he only has a text plan and gets up SMS only. They still know where you at, dog. You ain't off the grid. In exploit news, if you have not already, please update your Wi-Fi and Bluetooth drivers. There is an active exploit that is out in the wild. Let's see. Intel has published 23 CVIDs across two advisories, Intel SA00539 and Intel SA00582. These affect heaps of Intel wireless, AMT wireless, and killer Wi-Fi products. This includes the popular Wi-Fi 6E and Wi-Fi 6 adapters found inside many gaming PCs, as the latest Z690 motherboards and older motherboards back to Comet Lake will include these parts alongside integrated Wi-Fi 6E or Wi-Fi 6 capabilities embedded in the chipset. But AMD users are not out of the woods either. It's also true for AMD CPU owners, as some AMD motherboards use Intel killer Wi-Fi network adapters such as the MSI Meg X570 Godlike. So, may want to run some Windows updates, or hey, you could check out Intel. You can check out the manufacturers driver support websites. They probably have the updated chips or chipset drivers for you over there. Please go do that. Keep safe. You don't want to hear he has a damn smartphone. I've not had much issues with Killer. I've not, but like I've only The only experience I've had with Killer has been with PCs, not with their wireless stuff. I've never had like gaming wireless devices, so I know Anansi was in here earlier. I think they had to step away, but he wanted to talk about one thing. I'll talk about the good news from Toshiba first. Toshiba to release 26 terabyte hard disk drives this year with 30 terabytes to come later, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
Mm-hmm. But if you pull up one of them drives, I really think Mrs. Lennox would be like, "That's a bridge too far, sir."
How would she know? How would she know?
She's gonna know.
How would she know?
She's gonna know. She's gonna know.
Unfortunately, there are no prices listed with it so far, but hey, we got big boy drives, baby. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, these couldn't have come at a better time because also Toshiba and Western Digital made a bit of an oopsie with their SSDs this year.
Oh.
Contamination leads to the loss of over 6.5 exabytes of Western Digital and Kioxia, or formerly known as Toshiba, 3D NAND.
That sound like that hurt.
And just so you know, just so we could put that in perspective here, that's 6.5 million terabytes. 6.5 million terabytes of storage nobody will be ever able to use.
I know somebody says, well, if a drive was going to fail like that, it would definitely be a Western Digital.
And that's unfortunate because I love Western Digital.
Same. I do. And yet, the shade.
And the thing is, like, they don't know. Nobody knows if any of those drives actually made it into the wild. So,
oh gosh, oof! Just throw them in the recycling bin and start over. Fred, take these back and throw them in the recycling.
6.5 million terabytes that will never see a home.
Mm-mm. Whew.
The RIAA goes after NFT music website HitPiece.
Get them.
Remember last week where we covered that there was this the NFT the HitPiece website that was apparently selling music that they did not own, and the composers were getting really mad. Well, apparently the backlash was heard loud and clear. A HitPiece disappeared. But the RIAA said, "Oh, fuck that shit. We know where you are."
They're gonna send my man Brian Mills after him. I will find you, and I will sue you.
So yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Finally, the RIAA is doing something good for a change.
Going after apps like terrible actors.
Yes,
like the actual bad guys.
Yes.
Instead of some dude who just wanted to like download 5 songs on Crosswire.
Well, remember, they go after the person who sends the data, not receives it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. The guy that was like, yo, I just want to share my my Michael Jackson collection.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
I open source my music. Don't worry about me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. A blockchain hustler and a cringy rapper have been charged with laundering $4.5 billion in stolen Bitcoin or cryptocurrency, whatever.
Get them. Get him.
U.S. authorities have arrested 2 people on charges of conspiring to launder $4.5 billion in cryptocurrency that was stolen during the 2016 hack of the cryptocurrency exchange Bitfinex. Ilya Lichtenstein and his wife Heather Morgan conspired to launder the proceeds of nearly 120,000 stolen Bitcoin, according to court documents cited by the DOJ, which were transferred to a digital wallet controlled by Lichtenstein. Since the initial hack, roughly 25,000 Bitcoin have been transferred out of the wallet and laundered through a complex series of transactions, which with the resulting funds deposited into conventional accounts owned by Lichtenstein and Morgan. How? It's on a ledger. We can see where it goes. You dumb fucks.
This the equivalent of buying the murder weapon with your credit card. Like, bro, we know where it is. We seen it. We seen you do it.
Oh my god!
You were in the home. This is the equivalent of you were in the Home Depot on the CCTV with a shovel, a tarp, and a bag of quicklime. You were already guilty. They caught you. They got your Google Pay information. They got your license plate. You're caught. You're caught, dude.
Ruin wants to know how cringy this is about to get, though, and I'm going to tell you. Morgan, the wife's pre-arrest life appears to be somewhat more colorful. She's apparently also as Razzle Khan, a rapper who self-describes as like Genghis Khan, but with more pizzazz.
I don't think they really even seen Genghis Khan, because I would bet that is not true. And somebody who has seen Genghis Khan, I would say no.
And of course, who would I be if I denied us some of the stylings of let's see, what I'm looking for. Mixer here of Razzle Khan. What am I looking for? I'm sorry. You see, again, with this wave 3, it has added more things, so I'm having to look a little bit harder for the inputs I'm looking for. So I'm gonna pause this here so we don't get that out of the way. I'm gonna move Pretzel out of the way real quick.
Russell Khan, the Versace better win. Come real far, but don't know where I'm heading. Motherfucking crocodile of Wall Street. Silver on my fingers and boots on my feet. Always be a goat, not a goddamn sheep. Email me, fuck your message at the beep. Beep, 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 beep. Spirit of a revolutionary, power of a dictator. Left to be contrary, but I'm fly like a gator. I got pilot blood, I'm a real...
It's so bad.
You know what this is giving? This is giving, like, I hired a film student to film my video, and he's like, "Yo, I'm just here for the extra credit, bro." Like, cause the angles are solid, but it's just like, and the film quality is good because of the film student, not because of the production value.
Oh my god. It's like, I want Macklemore, but without his budget.
It's like,
how do you steal billions of dollars of cryptocurrency and this is what you came out with?
I was like, you stole billions of dollars worth of crypto, but you didn't spend none of it on talent. I mean, you spent none of that on rhymes. You spent none of that on having somebody actually talented write your rhymes. Like, you sound horrible, and
it's just so bad.
The fact that you're going to jail alone for theft is good because you really should go to jail for that for those sick rap beats. I mean sick. And
It's
by
like
sick, I mean in the
rancid,
hospital.
putrid, just
I mean in the ICU. That's what those rhymes are. Those rhymes are literally sick. I need y'all to let go. It's really giving like, what was that? It's giving like Lady Sovereign, but without the Lady Sovereign talent.
ooh, damn. What is she up to lately? I've not listened to Lady Sovereign in a minute.
I would like to know because I did like a few of her songs.
Damn
Her
it.
songs was good.
Oh fuck. Let's go.
Yeah. Why don't you look it up, Lady Sovereign?
Oh shit, she's not. According to Wikipedia, she's not active anymore.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Been off the music scene since 2010.
Damn.
Oh shit. There's some stuff like, I don't know. I guess it can make for some good reading, and I have a feeling that it's probably what's going to happen tonight. Look,
Yeah.
a couple of nights ago, I saw Hulu's got a little biopic about Princess Diana around the time that her and Prince Charles were having some issues. Or
Spencer.
yes, Spencer. I was like, why the fuck is this movie called Spencer?
That's her last name.
Did not know that until that night. When I looked it up.
Yeah. As somebody who is a very devoted Anglophile and like British shows and whatnot, and seen Crown multiple times.
Yeah, see that's the part I missed.
Yeah.
However, because I looked that up, I spent like the next hour and a half when I should have been sleeping,
Right.
looking up the monarchy, and then seeing like the line of succession.
Yeah.
But the parts that interest me were reading about the people who, when they were born in 1920, they were fifth in line. In 2022, they're now 2005th.
Yeah.
Like, damn, that's such a glow down.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that sucks to be you.
It's like now
Those pesky children had to have children, didn't they?
Yeah, it's just damn. Now I'm just rich and entitled. Damn it, I can't rule.
It was very interesting to read that shit too. It's like,
right.
And I'm reading this. Should I watch The Crown? This.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. Yes. Watch The Crown. The Crown is good. All of it, from the beginning to the end. You keep talking, I might end up doing a Crown run because I'm like, I just love that show. That last season, they were telling me like, none of that happened, and I'm thinking to myself like, y'all a little bit too quick about telling how much that didn't happen, because we got to the whole Diana Camilla thing, and I was like, no, this motherfucker did.
Oh yeah,
I was like, good.
I was reading about that too.
Yeah,
I was like, damn, like, because I kind of forgot what happened around that, because I was like a kid when it happened.
Yeah.
But it was still enough to where, oh yeah, I remember like these were things that people were talking about in relation to that.
Yeah.
And it's like, and it dawned on me, it's like, this is probably why, like, I don't have to worry about paparazzi. I am not that famous.
Right.
But I still do not like paparazzi. Because of like what happened. Or what their what the official report says, like, you know, the driver was trying to evade the paparazzi.
Right.
I was like, damn, some deep seated shit. Like, I do not like the paparazzi because they killed a person. Fuck.
Yep.
And the fact that shit was still going on with that crash up until like maybe 5 years ago, like that, like shit ended recently. With that crash, it's like, damn.
That was all post the divorce, and I'm like, oh shit. When she was just kind of like when she was just back to Diana Spencer, and she's just like, oh, she's like the best thing ever.
Oh,
she is the best thing ever. And they were like, so.
Oh, she's actively being anti-racist? Oh no, we can't have that.
Okay, that to the point where like
They couldn't get Megan. They couldn't get Megan.
Cause he
we
was
see
like,
what you doing over there.
yeah, cause he was like, this shit's happening again. This shit's happening again. Fuck it,
Yeah, fuck
baby.
that shit.
We're moving to America. Call Tyler Perry.
But isn't that more? Isn't America more racist? Yeah, but still no. This is
But it's
racism
not here.
with money. This is racism with money in a house we can't seem to escape from.
Yeah, this is a whole system that is built up around us. I don't want none of this.
Like you say, systemic racism, you just point to Buckingham Palace.
It's literally like, yeah, there. And it's like, all we have to do is like a couple of podcast deals and we'll have enough money to survive. We'll be good.
Oh, yeah.
Me and Archie and the new baby be fine. Like,
yeah.
That's all they have to do is like get, like, who wouldn't want a prince and princess?
Wasn't he sitting talking up like studio executives to sit there trying to get her a job?
He was talking to Bob Iger. He was talking to Bob Iger, CEO of Disney, being like, "Hey yo, my wife has done some scenes." Like, I mean, that's a flex, man.
Yes.
That's literally like, imagine like, you know, Alexi saying like, Alexi O'Hannon being like, "Hey yo," going to Jeff Bezos and be like, "Hey yo, you might want to put my wife in like her own series on Amazon Plus, on Amazon Prime Video."
You know, Amazon wouldn't be nothing. Yeah, Amazon wouldn't be shit without Reddit, nigga.
That is a flex. He was talking. It was like he was talking to Bob Iger, hyping his boo up. His boo was talking to Beyonce and Jay-Z over to the side. I'm like, literally, like, who coming for them? Hello?
They got shooters. They know. You know what the fucking deal.
Let's talk about it. All they got to do is 2 phone calls to Rock Nation. Done. They be covered. They were standing in Tyler Perry's house for a minute till they got on their feet. Hello?
Nah, they trying to make an American monarchy now. That's what it is.
Yeah, they gonna be just fine. Look, they're gonna be just fine. He's like, Harry's like, I'm not gonna be a prince anytime soon. It is what it is.
Jay-Z, well, look, man, you ain't gotta be the prince, but you could be the Duke. You know what I'm saying? Duke of Rock Nation. I don't know how Jay-Z talks, but you know.
Oh, not two to the motherfucking greatest.
Is that your process to get to?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think we'll get invited to Rock Nation brunch now?
I don't want to go to Rock Nation brunch. Like, I don't even want to go. Like, I'm just
this
like,
is too much capitalism for me. It is like, yeah, okay, yeah.
It's too many like rich brothers out there who I'm like, I probably would have punched in the face.
Yeah, I was like, no.
Yeah,
no.
probably Hill Harper there. You don't want that.
Moving on to gaming news now. To round out the NFT fuck around and find out hour.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
itch.io in no uncertain fucking terms.
With their whole chest.
The whole chest.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just gonna read the tweet. We the article is one thing. All right, look, NFTs are a scam. Cool. Well, let's read the fucking tweet or tweets. Yep. A few have asked about our stance on NFTs. NFTs are a scam. If you think they are legitimately useful for anything other than the exploitation of creators, financial scams, and the destruction of the planet, now I suppose this is then we ask that you please reevaluate your life choices. Also,
yes.
Fuck any company that says that support creators Also, fuck any company that says they support creators and also endorses NFTs in any way. Mm-hmm. They only care about their own profit and the opportunity for wealth above anyone else, especially given the now easily available discourse concerning the problems of NFTs. Mm-hmm. When the fucking brand account says, fuck you.
Mm-hmm. No. Yep. NFTs stand. I've seen this before. Somebody said NFTs stand for no fucking thanks. And I'm like, that's exactly what the people have said. We have said in a loud. We have said in a loud. It's almost like Bill Pullman's speech from Independence Day. I say we the people have said in a loud booming voice, we will not go into that good night. We will not go we will not lead ourselves to destruction. It's like bruh said. We said no. We saw NFTs, we've seen NFTs, and the only people who are vying for NFTs are people who have drank the Kool-Aid of NFTs, the scammers who scamming it, and rich bros who are trying to like buy or rich bros who are trying to buy into the latest fad. It's all dumb. It is dumb today. It is dumb tomorrow. It is dumb 10 years ago. And if we ever look back on it with any bit of reverence, when I'm an old 80-year-old man, I'm going to look at y'all and be like, this is dumb. It's dumb. It's not even tangible. It's not even tangible. I understand if it was like, yo, I'm spending millions of dollars on Pokemon cards, but that's fine because that thing has intrinsic value. There is nothing valuable about the same monkey picture with 4 or 5 different color swaps and 4 or 5 different hats. It's not the same. It's not valuable. If you took that monkey picture and made it into like a painting or pop art, sure, differently. But as a JPEG, it is not valuable. It is dumb. It is dumb. And so when people have telling y'all it's dumb because what people are doing the whole pump and dump or get in and get out mentality of like, we're going to throw these NFTs out. We're going to make a couple mil and then we're going to back out of the project. Mm-hmm. And that's what because there's no long lasting strategy for these NFTs. There's no pay to earn thing. It's all dumb.
Yes. Ice Cold Brew says here, you love to see it.
You love to see it.
You love to see it.
Mm-hmm. And then it's.io says not in my fucking house. Not on my property. None with my games you ain't. Like done.
All right, now with NFTs out of the way, Kev.
Yes, sir.
It is your turn. It is your turn to shine. Yesterday afternoon, Nintendo had a direct. They announced some things. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to let the resident Nintendo fan, our Nintendo correspondent, Kev, go into his thoughts and feelings. First, I'm going to go through the list here. It seems like they've put some... seems like Eurogamer seems like they put out a list here. So I'm going to go through this list here. Fire Emblem Warriors, Three Hopes, a Fire Emblem Muso game.
Yeah.
Is coming to the Switch on June 24th.
Sequel to the first Fire Emblem Warriors. So
I am excited. I can't wait to play that. I am here for that. Advance Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp now has a new date, April 8th. I'm excited about that too.
Same.
No Man's Sky is coming to the Nintendo Switch. Not sure how that's going to work.
Yeah, I was like, I had one thought. My homie Brittany's going to love it. So
that is going to melt the Switch. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Mario Strikers Battle League coming to the Nintendo Switch on June 10th. Why am I saying that like it's going to come to any other platform? There's not even like a DS. What the fuck am I doing?
Yeah.
Mario Strikers Battle League coming out on June 10th. That is definitely a cop.
Yes, cop.
I'm loving the soccer.
Mm-hmm.
Splatoon 3 is due out in the summer, and apparently there was a QR code in the trailer that had a date attached to it.
I think I seen that, but
it was like August something. I don't remember. I had a what is this? I'm gonna open it here just to make sure.
Yeah, because I think the.
Oh. I'm gonna open it when I get there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like in August, but yeah, but still summer 2022.
Mm-hmm.
Front Mission first remake is coming out in the summer, with a potential sequel that's coming out, I guess.
Yeah, it's coming out soon.
Disney Speedstorm, free to play cross-platform Disney Pixar racer, due out this summer.
That's probably gonna be on the Xbox.
Well, I mean, it's free to play, so it's probably just gonna be everywhere.
Yeah, it's gonna be everything.
The Switch port of the Wii version of Star Wars Force Unleashed, April 20th. Damn, it seems like I missed a lot of games at the beginning. I came in at Chrono Cross, by the way.
Yeah, you missed a lot.
Yeah, and apparently. Assassin's Creed: The Ezio Collection is due out on February 17th, so next week.
Yeah.
HD Rumble and touchscreen controls are included with that. SD Gundam Battle Alliance coming out sometime this year. Chrono Cross: The Radical Dreamers Edition coming out April 7th. I think this comes with a text-based adventure that goes along with it.
Yeah, that was one of those things that wasn't released in America.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Kirby and the Forgotten Land, March 25th. It looks like Kirby ended up in The Last of Us.
Yeah, he's in a little post-apocalyptic world, like little cityscape, and it's like, it reminds me of like that Day to Dave TikTok that came out when this game was announced. It's like, you're in a post-apocalyptic world where danger is all around, and then Data's like, featuring Kirby. Wow!
I do want to point out that apparently he has mouthful mode.
That was a little rough. That was rough. I was like, oh, so you're just out here like partially swallowing a car. Yeah. Okay. I didn't need to see that. But I mean,
look, Kirby sucks and he blows. That's all up. That's literally all he does.
He just holds things in his mouth for a very, very long time.
Where is Sid and Anka when we need them? We should not be left to our own devices.
That would be a lot of eye rolling.
See, this is what happens when they take breaks. See, it's our show. It's our show now.
Yeah.
With two fucking gamers who got nothing to fucking do.
Nothing to do but innuendos.
Yep.
You hate and really hate to see it.
Nintendo pushed the recently revealed MLB The Show 22.
God, that looked ugly.
Oh,
God.
They really flexed. Like, they really did flex it. Hey, this dude is Japanese. Because look, he's talking Japanese in our trailer. Ha ha.
Yep. And it's like, yeah, it still looks terrible. And he's on the box. But
the one thing I love about this announcement, though,
cross-platform.
Yes.
Yep.
And you can the save is cross-platform.
Oh.
So you play on your Xbox or your PlayStation, transfer the save over, and keep playing on your Switch. Which, of course, if you're on Xbox and you have Game Pass, you only need about one copy where everybody else needs about two. Just saying. Or maybe they'll let you log into your Xbox account and you can just like play it for free. One can wish. Klonoa. I'm sorry. Whoa. sorry, the Kingdom Hearts Integrum Masterpiece, which is due for the Switch sometime. I think it's coming out soon.
Yeah.
There's no date here, but
on cloud.
Yeah, on the cloud. Which, why? Just you didn't have to do it at all.
Yeah.
Klonoa 1 and 2 are coming to the Switch on July 8th.
Mm-hmm.
As the Fantasy Reverie series.
Yeah. It reminds me of that one time I played Klonoa on the PlayStation. I'm like, oh, okay. And then I never touched Klonoa ever again.
See, MLB got Sony by the balls. They released on everything. Yeah, I'm waiting for the PC version. It don't make sense that there's not a PC version of MLB The Show. It doesn't. What is the Kingdom Hearts thing on the cloud? Oh, I mean, it's the same things like a lot of these bigger games that can't fit on the Switch or could not conceivably play on the Switch. Like they put it in the cloud and you have to have an active internet connection to stream the game to the Switch. You know, the thing that we were talking about, you know, and we'll get to that about how I was right about a thing and, you know, Nintendo needs to use a certain company to possibly make it better.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, like, what even is it? Oh, it is Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 plus 2.5 remix cloud version. Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 final chapter prologue cloud version. Kingdom Hearts 3 plus Remind DLC cloud version. I swear, like every time I say these names, I feel like I got to do like jutsus and shit, like throw up gang signs, like just I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Like water breathing. First, no, that's hard. It's another one. That's a different animation.
Let's see. Where was I? This is restarted me way at the top again. Portal coming to the Switch.
That's cool. That was cool.
Portal and Portal 2, excuse me. Live Alive. Live. Yeah, I was watching it and I forgot just that quickly. Yeah. That was a Japanese only RPG that's coming to the West.
Yes, that's a big deal because it was like Japanese only. It was Japanese only on the SNES, and then they just decided they were going to remaster it in the Octopath style, Octopath Triangle Strategy like style, and you can basically play as different lives.
Like the different time zones or age. Yeah,
right. Because it definitely does remind you of like how Octopath was, where you can start with particular characters first.
Yeah, I would agree as if I played it.
Yeah, I dabbled a little bit, but then I was like,
I keep saying I want to play. I keep saying I want to play it, and I keep looking at it, and it's like, soon.
One day.
Nintendo Switch Sports. April 29th. They're bringing back bowling, tennis, and Kambara.
Yeah, that's a sword fighting game.
And adding volleyball, badminton, and soccer. And there will be an online test on February 18th through the 20th.
Yep. My birthday weekend. Ow.
Mine too.
Hey.
I'm celebrating at the beginning, and then let's see here. Taiko no Tatsujin Rhythm Festival. It's coming to Switch. This game is already out on Xbox.
Yes.
On the Game Pass. Triangle Strategy. There's a new demo out now. I think you get to play up to the 3rd chapter.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna download that.
And the save, the save from the demo will carry on to the final release.
Yes.
Of course, Cuphead was talked about, which will be on the Switch on the DLC will be on June 30th.
Mm-hmm.
Metroid Dread is getting a free update, which is out now, which adds Dread mode, which is one hit kill, and the new rookie difficulty.
Mm-hmm.
And in April, they're adding a boss rush mode.
Which that's pretty cool.
Earthbound and Earthbound Beginnings are now available on the Nintendo Switch online subscription. I do not understand. Is this the thing that people were looking for? Are they looking for something else? Like, what are we?
Earthbound is that like Earthbound was at that time when Nintendo would just take some big swinging risks. You know what I'm saying? Like it would, because it's like the second console. It's like the second-ish console. And so it would take like some really big risks. Okay. And so it was in that weird, like wacky, it had that weird, wacky style, that humorous writing. It was funny. Like I was streaming it last night and I was like cracking up because it's just that timeless of a story. And it's just that odd, weird, like esque Nintendo vibe to it. And it was just like something that was like real deep to my heart because I didn't own it. Like I had it. Like I had rented it a couple of times and played it. And I think I was like saving my money for it. And I had bought Chrono Trigger before then. But then by the time when the bottom fell out, I couldn't get a copy of Earthbound for like less than like $60-$70. And at that time I was like, yeah, I don't know if I could spend that much on it. Like, I don't know. So, and then of course I played it, and then it was on the Wii was it on the Wii? I think it was like either the Wii or the Wii U. And then it was also on the 3DS, but I didn't have a 3DS. My 3DS had broken at that time, so I didn't have a chance to play it on that. And then it was like on the Classic Edition for a while. It was on the Classic Edition, and I was legit about to buy a Classic Edition just to play Earthbound. Because it's just that good. And so when they were like, which was so funny, like when they had mentioned Earthbound, they had said something is bound for it, and I was like, no! And I grabbed my head.
They telegraphed the shit out of that. Like for me, I do not care. But it was like something is bound. Like, yeah, of course they're about to talk about fucking Earthbound. Like, is it going to be the thing that everybody's looking for, or are you just putting Earthbound on the fucking Switch online shit?
Right. And
which it turned out to be the latter.
Which turns out to be the latter. And they did that, and Earthbound Beginnings, which is like Mother 1 in Japan. And so it was a big deal. And they kind of like teased it and whirled it and like swirled it around that maybe Mother 3 was going to come out.
I think that's the question. So Mother 1 is Earthbound Beginnings.
Yes.
Mother 2 is Earthbound, which is what the US got.
Right.
The US did not get Earthbound Beginnings, right?
No, we didn't get Earthbound Beginnings.
So okay, but
it was on like I think it was on Wii U, on the Wii U Virtual Console, as Earthbound Beginnings.
Okay.
So they just translated it and just put it out there and be like, here you go, here's Mother 1 if you want to play it.
So
and
Mother 3, does that exist?
It exists only in Japan, but it's not in the West.
Got you. Okay, now I'm caught up because I used to know what all this fucking was.
Right.
But then it's like, I don't care. So it just deleted it from my brain. So I was wondering what was going to be announced. So I'm so surprised that wasn't the thing. I figured like maybe they mentioned that, or that like when they said Earthbound, all right, are they going to give the Earthbound fans fucking what they asked for? Mm-hmm. No, but this is fucking Nintendo. Not surprised.
Right. Exactly.
But that's why I wasn't sure. That's why I wanted to talk to you about it, because like you would know more. I was like, did they give you what you wanted or not? I don't know. It doesn't seem like, because nobody was losing their shit about it. They
Right.
were more or less complaining about the next thing that we're going to talk about, but
Right. It was for me. It gave me what I wanted because I wanted the ability to legitimately play and stream Earthbound, on, like, period. Like, because the only way that you was going to be playing Earthbound is if you had it on your Wii U and you just plugged your Wii U into your capture card. But seriously, who got a Wii U? And
actually did not see one lately.
Real talk, I kind of want one. But anyway, but I digress. But yeah, it gave me what I wanted. I've played Mother 3. I haven't played a lot, but I played a little bit because there was the whole, like, get the ROM, and then they had the translator pack where you would just install it and it would just translate the entire text of the game. So I played that in emulation because the third Mother 3 is on the Game Boy Advance. Yeah, the Game Boy Advance. So I played it through emulation and with the texture pack, and it was like, okay, this is cool. And I played up to about maybe 30% of the game, and then I just kind of fell off because it was so different from OG Earthbound. But OG Earthbound, I pretty much cleared it. I was like 95% done. Tripped over myself, and then So Earthbound to itself is good, is a better recommendation to me. Is a good. I say he's Emily. That's quite. I ain't say I said I did at some point. I don't say I didn't, but but yeah, so I'm happy about it. I'm probably not gonna play Earthbound Beginnings because I'm not really interested in that, but because Earthbound was the game that I played and I enjoyed, and I played it last night and I enjoyed it, and I'm probably make a continual thing of it. But yeah, I enjoyed it, and I was very much happy about Earthbound.
Dope.
To the point where I was screaming like, yeah.
Yeah, I saw the TikTok.
Yeah, and TikTok and Twitter and the YouTube video. But yeah, it's just one of those things, like, when it comes to Nintendo Directs, when it comes to Nintendo in general, lower your fucking expectations.
Well, hold on, we still got. I think we still got a couple of things to go through. I'm gonna stop you right there because we gotta run it in the middle of a story. Unfortunately,
that's cool.
We're gonna run an ad real quick. Stay tuned for more. We got more of this. I think this is a little bit more. We got a little bit more of this list to go. And the rest of the stories. This is Tech Talk Thursdays with Major Linus and Kev. See ya in 30. Hey, for those who are still here, just so you know, again, if you were listening on the audio or if you're watching the video, it'd be dope if you're looking. Because look what I got. We've got merch now. That's right, Tech Talk Thursday merch. We've got t-shirts, we've got mugs, we've got mouse pads and desk mats. For now, you can go to majors.house/merch to get to the merch store. That's how you can help support the channel. Really do appreciate it. Hopefully more will be coming soon. But yeah, definitely I appreciate you supporting because you don't get the ads. But hey, buy some merch. And for those who may have missed it due to ads, hey, we got merch. Just want to say we got merch now. Just definitely get some. We got mugs, shirts, the replica t-shirts, mouse pads, desk mats. We're rolling stuff out. Definitely check that out. Majors.house/merch. Continue on with the list of things that were announced at the Nintendo Direct last night. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is getting more maps or more courses. 48 new courses. Of course, people were not happy about that. There were some people who weren't happy. They were hoping to get Mario Kart 9 but that did not happen. But 48 new courses coming out over the span of a few months, kind of like episodic content. $25 for that pass. But of course, if you are subscribed to the expansion pack, that gives you the Animal Crossing DLC along with the 64 online stuff and the Genesis Online, you automatically get the booster course pass. So yeah, 48 new courses coming to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I mean, take that, leave it. I don't know. I know there were people looking forward to Mario Kart 9, but yes, as Kev said before we went to break, lower your expectations. Just
lower your expectations. Tell you.
Mm-hmm. Your son will be in college and he's still going to have new MK8 and GTA 5 DLC to play. Look, they did announce GTA 6. Mm-hmm. They did at least announce GTA 6. That's not here, but you figure that'd be news. But it's GTA.
Yeah, they're still gonna make GTA Online stuff.
Yeah, like that. If you would say just GTA Online DLC, sure, but it'll be GTA 8 by then, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
How long has GTA 3 been out? It's been 9 fucking years. I want to say that came out in 2013. No, because 2013 is when the new console, the PS4, came out.
Yeah, that was like 2010. No, 2010. Wait, let me look that up.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing now. Oh, it was 2013? It was, yeah, September 17, 2013.
Oh yeah, that was the last game for the 3. That was one of the last rounding up games for the 3. Because when the 4 came out, I think the 4 came out
in November.
November. So they were already like, "Hey, yo, we got a PS4 version in the works."
Yeah, but it wasn't out yet.
It wasn't out yet.
Really fucking weird.
And that was kind of like when that was released and then the PC version released. Because I tell you, I think I was about 80% done with GTA 5. Because when I tell you, I literally poured every piece of myself into GTA 5. That was in that time when I had time to play games.
Didn't we all?
You know? Yeah, didn't we all? Like I had time, I had energy, I had I have time to delve into these games, but I'm different now. Like,
yeah, got responsibilities, bills.
Yeah, I got
to pay.
Responsibilities, bills, content creation. Like I ain't got time. I ain't got time to pour myself into
I wasn't creating
40,
content.
50-hour game. Yeah,
I was creating content in 2013, but not streaming. I was mainly podcasting. Coincidentally, been podcasting for a while.
Right, because what made me like really pour into these type of games is the ability for me to just put some music on or listen to whatever's going on and just not talk to nobody and just literally zone out. And so with streaming, I can't really do that.
Yeah, I mean, I was doing that with the truck streams at one point.
Oh yeah, truck streams, yeah, because you come in with the chill vibes.
Yeah,
but because you're only just doing the one, you're like doing.
Yeah, that was me. Like to look like it was at a point where I was like thinking about putting a bot timer up. Say, hey, I am here. I see chat. I will interact with you, but just know that because this is a chill game, I have probably disassociated for a second.
Right. We kind of like tune everybody out from it.
It's like a car. I'm not going to be paying attention to I am focusing on the road. I am here, but not here.
Right. That's how I was. That's how I'm mostly with my city builders, where I'm like, I look over the chat and I look back. Oh my God, they're fighting. Hold on, let me break this up, guys.
Relax.
Yeah.
And see, for me and driving, I can't really look at chat like that because if I look at chat, then I've done run off the road. And wrapping up the Nintendo Direct, Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is coming out in September. Of course, there was no Mario Kart 9, no Breath of the Wild 2, and no F-Zero.
Nope. And no more Bayonetta footage. Again.
Well, I mean, that game, they already announced it. Like, that was already, they're done with that. Like, all right, cool. We don't need to tell you anymore.
Right. But again, lowering expectations.
Someone just directly sent me an email that their internet is down and it's a global issue. Check alert, and it's a single site out of like 70.
Oof. That's wild.
So I'm gonna need to get punched in the face.
Here's what's really cool about like the Xenoblade games, right? The Xenoblade games, if you're a fan of Xenoblade, this is the best possible time because you got the remastered version of the first Xenoblade Chronicles. You got Xenoblade 2. You got you got 2 and all the DLC. You got Smash characters, Xenoblade Smash characters, and you have a third game coming out this year. Xenoblade Chronicle fans are eating good out here in these streets.
I mean, so's Fire Emblem. I'm just saying.
Fire Emblem is eating good. That's what these games don't really move. Typically, don't move like millions and millions of copies. Maybe a mil, maybe 2, but they don't move like Mario does. They don't move like.
I don't think they
does.
need to move though. People are just buying up Switches though.
Right. But
people gonna stay buying up Switches, even like just in preparation of them having to travel again.
Right. So it's the equivalent of there are people who are just like I love this game series, this game series, this game series, and then the people who are like the X, Y, Z, and some people are like X, Elemental P. So you're not really gonna get like the standout favors of a Like somebody might get a Mario Kart, somebody might get a Smash Bros, somebody might get a Mario Odyssey. But the thing that really moves the people are those small, like intense community-based games or the community-loved games, like a Xenoblade Chronicles, like a Pikmin, like a let's see, I did say Xenoblade Chronicles.
Yes.
Like Animal Crossing. Like those games are beloved even though they're in a small like subset of Nintendo because they're loved. That's why people were like excited about Earthbound and kind of a little miffed that Earthbound, that Mother 3 wasn't out yet, because there are people who are like, I want that and I want it. And what I was saying the other day on my stream was, Nintendo doesn't really go for the easy money where it's like, just put it out there. just make the game.
There. It's right there.
It's right. There's an audience that are like, they would love it and they would support it and they would buy it. It doesn't have to make 10 million copies. It doesn't have to sell 10 million copies. It doesn't have to be the highest rated game on the board. Just give them what they want. And be smart. I've seen people were like really hype about Alive, like, and I've never even heard of it. And I'm like, and then when I seen it, I was like, well, I like the look of it. Maybe I might put that on my cop list. Or triangle strategy. I mean, I know that's probably like Square Enix, but still, make the game, do the thing. And you'd be surprised how many people will rock with it and be like, oh, that thing is good. When we made a good game and people like it and they bought it, yes. Do that thing. Make the easy money. Give us another Pikmin. Give us another Metroid Prime. Do it. How people were a little miffed about Dread, but they bought it because they wanted to play another Metroid game. Do it.
Just do it.
Do the thing. It's like the TikTok we use. Do the thing.
Just do it.
But I don't know when to do it. Do the thing anyway.
Just do it.
Just do the thing.
Do it. Microsoft's Phil Spencer is getting a Lifetime Achievement Award to be presented by Microsoft's Todd Howard.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of like for the wrestling fans, that's like if Vince McMahon gets a lifetime achievement award from like Eric Bischoff. You're you are crowned by your new serf, by your new lord.
The award will be presented at the 25th annual Dice Awards by Todd Howard, director and producer at Bethesda, which of course is which is a fully owned Microsoft subsidiary and one of Big Phil's previous acquisitions.
Mm-hmm.
So congratulations. Getting an award from It Just Works Howard. Speaking of Phil Spencer, he wants the impossible. Phil Spencer wants Xbox console exclusive Starfield to be played by even more people than Skyrim.
Well, we need to see the game, Phil.
But I mean, can we just point out the glaringly obvious problem here?
Yeah. It's like you want to fight with yourself, bro. You're pulling a Titanfall, man. Stop it.
Well, but there's the fact that couldn't he easily achieve that if he included PlayStation?
I mean, he could, but he ain't. Cause that's just how Phil rolls. He could, but he ain't.
Do you think though that they may be able to get it done if they have people playing on mobile? Or we'll just make it the PlayStation base with people who are playing on the cloud? I introduced that question realizing how dumb it was, so I'm going to say no.
Mm-hmm.
This Phil, we were with you, dog, but I don't know, man. They just don't.
Especially for a game we ain't seen yet.
I mean, for me, I feel like that's beside the point. Just like you said, like, hey, people didn't want Metroid Dread, but they bought it anyway because they wanted a Metroid.
Right.
I feel like Starfield is something people are going to buy regardless.
They're gonna buy it anyway. Yeah.
Like there is a certain level of quality that people expect, and I imagine like Starfield's going to bring it.
Right.
I am I don't think they're making Fallout 76. I feel like this is going to be like more like the Fallout 4s, the Skyrims, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The issue isn't so much with the quality of the game that will sell. It is the fact that you have made it console exclusive.
Yeah, that part.
That's the problem you're going to run into.
Yeah, because, Skyrim's on everything. And so it's going to sell. It's still selling. It's still making money. But it's like, you can't say, like, I wanted to sell more than an unproven title that people are going to buy anyway. To sell more than the thing that is on everything. Everything? Everything. Skyrim's on the Switch. So, like, I feel like, Phil, stop. No, Phil. It's like, just celebrate your victories. Enjoy your, put your award on the wall of your home or in your office or your home office,
I think he's just hoping that so many people on PlayStation was buy Xboxes.
That's not going to happen.
Also, I want to talk about that for a second. We're going to get to some PlayStation news too with this Xbox stuff. I've been hearing a lot, and especially from Digital Foundry, because it's a lot that I've been watching a lot of them lately.
Right.
They keep saying that Sony is selling so many consoles they can't keep consoles on the shelf, but they very rarely mention why that's the case.
Yeah.
Almost as if people are acting like they're actual people like you and me who are buying these consoles.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, the PlayStation 5 is the best-selling console on the market. Yes, if you stop at that,
right.
Like Sony is selling PlayStation 5s. Stop.
That.
Then yeah, you're right. That statement is true.
Right.
But it's like it's not examining what happened to those PS5s after they were sold.
That.
Like, I don't want to hear more about sales numbers. I want to hear about how many of these damn consoles are actually online.
They're active.
Yeah.
Active
accounts. Not active accounts, because again, that just is that's PS5, PS4, and all like that, right?
Right.
Like, I want to know how many PS5s are on a network.
Yeah.
How many PS5 MAC addresses are you seeing connecting to the service? Not how many you sold, but of course that's not going to matter. Like the active PS5s aren't going to matter because the fact that that's not what made them the money. It's the fact that, hey, we don't have PS5s in warehouses.
Right.
We're moving product. Whatever happens to those PS5s after the fact, fuck if we care.
Right. Meanwhile, the true thing is starting to slip is game sales. When you have those PS5s that are not in the wind, and then people can't buy the games for them. Yeah,
and it's a thing too, and I feel like a lot of the times when I hear them talking, again, wonderful gentlemen over there, every time they talk about the new consoles or the fact that, hey, there's another game that's going to be cross-platform, and it means that we're not going to see a truly next-gen game. It's like, y'all are speaking from such a level of privilege, and I very rarely hear them acknowledge that part.
Yeah.
Where it's like, y'all keep talking about PlayStation numbers as if, those consoles are going to consumers. They're not.
They're not.
The amount of people that are needed to justify having a fully next-gen game in the future, like, sure, like The Medium or Returnal, sure, like those games are fully next-gen because like they were probably built to try to sell the consoles or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in order to get like a really next-gen game in the future, there needs to be a certain level of market share for that.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody is seeing that right now.
No.
So like, I can't be mad at developers who are still making cross-gen games because they can't. Like, I mean, again, like as much as I want to beat the capitalists out of me, there are people who still have to eat.
Yeah.
And if you're sitting there pouring so much money into one console that barely anybody has, despite what the sales numbers from these corporations tell you, if your active users aren't that high, you're not going to sit there and make it for that platform.
Like, at some point, Sony has like at least embraced the PC game market to an extent of, well, let's just put it out over there. And some of the titles that are coming out for PlayStation 5 are also coming out on PC through like either Steam or Epic Game Store. Because
it takes time for that.
And that takes time.
Well, I mean, sorry, the first party is, but you're right. Games like Sifu, Kona, what was it? I bought that game too.
Right.
Because I wanted to see what that looked like.
Right.
Initially, I wanted to buy these games on damn Xbox, and I realized, oh wait, these are PlayStation console exclusives. So, fuck, I gotta buy them on PC and figure out how to play them on my TV.
Right.
But yeah, like Sony, like Ruin mentioned, like Insomniac is putting in that work of making a fully next gen, like doing next gen while everybody else is doing cross gen on Sony first party. Like I know Starfield is going to be, from what I understand, I think it's Xbox Series X and S only.
Yeah.
For console, I don't think it's coming out on the One.
No.
It's going to take some time for a lot of these developers to do that. And like, again, contrary to what Sony and Microsoft will tell you about how the consoles are selling, if nobody's seeing them in the wild, then yeah, like how are you justify? Like you can't justify making games solely for next gen. I can't get mad at people for not doing it because of the fact that why would they? It would be pointless.
Exactly.
And like it gets to me like when they talk about like, yeah, we'll never see truly next gen titles because they still make cross gen. Like, well, they can't help it. It's not their fault.
Plus, you have a lot of like the big titles that are coming out are being released on PlayStation 4. Miles is on PlayStation 4. Horizon Zero Dawn is gonna be on PlayStation 4. Like, those are big titles, and I would have been like, and if this was in better circumstances, them games wouldn't have came out on the PlayStation 4.
No,
especially with Sony's damn record.
like they were dead set on that.
Yeah.
We believe in generations.
Yeah, they'd have been like, hey, you trying to play Miles too fucking bad? You better get a PlayStation 5. Now all of a sudden the bottom fell out, and then you're like,
Hey, shit, is it even fucking Ragnarok? God of War Ragnarok is cross-gen, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it is.
Like, that was supposed to be PS5 exclusive. Horizon was supposed to be PS5 exclusive.
Right. Yeah. Like, Godfall, that's on PS4. Their big launch title, that's on PS4 now. Like, I think the few games I know that are not going to PS4 is like Deathloop, the ones that I know of.
Deathloop wasn't.
Yeah, Deathloop, Returnal, and Ratchet and Clank. The one game that I was excited about beyond Miles was Ratchet and Clank on the PS5 because it actually looked good, and I was hoping, and I'd been really hyped to play it. But
that one, I feel like there was tech specifically in it, just like with the Medium, the tech that was in those games. Which also the Medium is another game that when it was ported to PS5, it's a PS5 only title because the tech that's in those games specifically. Only work with that hardware because of how advanced like the storage, how the internals of those consoles work, especially like with the storage.
Right.
But everything else isn't wholly dependent on it.
Right.
I'm sorry, that was my rant. I don't even know where that fucking came from, but that was my rant. I just get tired of like Sony PlayStation 5s are the best selling. Yeah, but where are they?
Where are they though?
Where are they?
You can't find them joints in the wild.
No, I mean I did, and it was glorious. But
yeah,
also like the Series X, still like easier to find, but still like you got to really be looking, and you just got to be luckily in a place.
Right.
You gotta be lucky.
You got to.
Granted, I think like hold on, like I still want to do my check now that I mention it, because I still think the best way to get an Xbox Series X is this way.
Who buys a console from Costco? Moms do, parents do, old people do.
So it still looks like you can still get an Xbox Series X through Xbox All Access. Now, sure, again, it is a bundle, and I know people hate bundles, but like the cost of this bundle is less than all the things separate, and it splits out that payment interest free.
Yeah.
Again, this is not me shilling for Xbox. It's not me shilling for Microsoft. But again, it's like for people who are looking to try to get their hands on shit, I feel like this is the best console to get and the easiest way to get it.
Yeah.
Like PlayStation does not have this. There is a version of this for the Xbox Series S, but you could just walk into a Best Buy and get an Xbox Series S.
Right.
Like it's right here. Like I'm. Nice. Yeah, I can literally go to my Best Buy tomorrow and pick it up.
Shit, there was some Series S's that were cheaper. They were like $10 off, and I'm like, no need.
Okay. So I mean, how the hell is that? It's not that they're avoiding it; it's the fact that nobody wants it like that.
It's not the wanted. It's not the hotness.
Yeah. Like this is like it's the fact that everybody wants the big boy. Right. Everybody wants the all powerful one. Mm-hmm. The small potatoes here, like it's whatever, like it's not the 4K thing. There's no disc drive. It's the thing that there are things inherently lacking on the Xbox Series S that does matter to fucking people. There's no disc drive. There's no storage. Those things are important, especially when, again, you're looking at communities that don't have fucking internet to blow.
That part.
So yeah, like it's the cheaper option, and sure, like you think that you'd be crazy not to get the S if the X isn't available.
It's a cheaper option.
It is the cheaper option. Like that's what I did. But again, when I bought a home, and I was talking to Kev before the show, I discovered today, literally today, I was today years old when I discovered that I actively hated the S. Mm-hmm. I play my X as much as I can. Mm-hmm. I am making time to sit at my couch and play games on my TV with my Xbox Series X. Right. So much so that I figured out how to get PC games to play on my Apple TV, so I could sit on my couch more to play video games, and I could switch between the two. Mm-hmm. I could not be bothered to do that with the S. Mm-hmm. It was at that moment I was telling Kev what I was doing with the X that I realized I actively hated the fucking Series S. I said my piece and said what my issues and gripes were with it, and understand like there is a certain market for it, but it is not for everybody, and nobody in their right mind should be buying it for any type of value. It is not a value console at all because of all the money you got to put into the shit, whether it's infrastructure costs or more storage. Mm-hmm. But yeah, like I said, all that shit and thought I could get over it, but I couldn't. I actively, at a subconscious level, hated that Xbox Series S.
Right.
To where I just gave it to Kev.
Right.
Like, get it out my house.
You be like, I don't care.
I don't want this.
And I was like, I'll take it. Come home.
Again,
I was like,
not a flex, a cry for help.
Yeah, because I was like, I'll get an S. Because I was like, it just kind of works for me and with me. But again, this comes down to like use case scenario.
Yeah.
Where it's like major wants the bigger one, and I would prefer the smaller one. And so that's where we kind of like different, but we both agree that, that the Xbox S isn't the move for everybody.
No, it's not.
That's definitely what we agree. And when I had the whole the gamer hill that I die on, that was in comparison to the Switch as opposed to the S. The S with the Switch wasn't like, the S had better value than the Switch did. However, the S itself is not the best value.
I still think that the Switch has a better value.
I mean,
I can move it.
I mean, yeah, in terms of, but that's like I say, you're going more for the Nintendo. What we go for is the Nintendo experience, and that's like you pick it up, you play on the couch, you play in the bathroom, you just wander around, that kind of stuff. You take it off one dock, you put it on another dock, you're good. That's interest. That's its value is in its functionality and its awesomeness. But if it was a black box that did not move, but still required a lot to do, yeah, I wouldn't necessarily see it. But as its own thing in its innovative game style and whatever, yeah, it's a good deal, and we like it. But the games, nope.
The cheap ones are normally what the parents go for. They're the perfect market. Yeah, I want the new Xbox. Yeah, they will probably get sold the Series S.
Right.
Also, welcome, Major. I love having my PC and my console. Okay, so that's not what's happening here.
No.
That is not what's happening here. What I have done is I have installed the Steam Link app on my Apple TV, and I play on my Apple TV. Minimal latency. I play all but the first 2 chapters that I streamed on the Apple TV of Guardians of the Galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, it is fucking cool. Shut up, Ruin. It is very fucking cool. It is very fucking cool. You don't know what you're talking about. I showed the S enough. I'm saying out of that one. No, look, they need to know. Microsoft needs to know. Anyway, moving on to more Microsoft news. Microsoft / PlayStation / acquisitions. Words. Call of Duty to remain on PlayStation beyond the existing agreement and into the future. Microsoft came out and said, hey, regulators, please do not look this way. We promise PlayStation will get Call of Duty. We're not taking away. We're not making a monopoly. Please go away.
Yeah, which makes sense.
Again, Call of Duty will have more active players than Starfield. I'm supposed to say Starfleet. Starfleet.
That's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
FTC don't penetrate us. We play it fair.
Right. Yeah, I feel like that would probably be the best thing.
Yeah.
It's like don't take away Call of Duties. Like the big multi-platform releases, that's fine. But Microsoft, like Call of Duty is going to be on Game Pass.
Yep.
Call of Duty is probably going to have more DLC packs, and Call of Duty is probably going to have a little bit more active users.
Well, I mean, it won't have more DLC. It'll just be freely available through Game Pass.
Right, but I'm saying like more exclusive DLC.
I don't think it'll be exclusive. Because again, if it's cross-platform play, there needs to be parity. There may be maybe something cosmetic, but I don't think not like gameplay DLC. Like I think that'll be parity.
But I'm saying like cosplay, gotta be cosmetic.
Yeah, I ain't worried about that.
Yeah, be like, look at the skins. Get them on the Xbox. In my Negodamus moment, Google is whiteboxing Stadia, baby. Stadia.
It's been talked about for so long. I know that AT&T was testing it. I think AT&T stopped that program, but it's about time Google said, you know what? Fuck it. This ain't working. Let's just put it on the back burner. Reports are coming out saying that they are going to start white boxing this and start packaging it to other places. So again, your boy called it. Your boy called it. Your boy called it.
So did.
Put the mark a point. Again, look, you better holler at your G4s, your Kinda Funnies, your IGNs, your Kotakus, your Polygons. Say your boy right here, he's on the pulse. He's got the pulse, baby.
Finger on the pulse.
Fingers on the pulse. Before the body's even cold. I don't know where I was going with that, but it sounded cool. Right? Sorry.
You did.
Thanks. Tim Sweeney says Epic won't support Fortnite on the Steam Deck because cheaters.
I was going to say, in no shit knows.
Well, no. See, this is a fucked up thing because you know how they've been working to get easy anti-cheat. You know the Epic anti-cheat product to work on the Steam Deck. Epic's like, sure, it may work for y'all, but not for us though. We ain't gonna dog food our own shit. Nah, sorry, we can't put this on Linux. Man, there's too many cheaters on Linux, bruh. Sorry. Talk about not having enough. What is the word? What is the word I'm looking for? Enough confidence in your product. To where it's like, yeah, we got it to work, but it ain't good enough for us though.
Yeah.
Y'all have y'all shit hacked, but not me.
Nah, I'm good.
Yeah, he did ruin. I'll drive over to his house and say, fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where Tim Sweeney lives, but I know he's somewhere here in North Carolina. Got to be.
He's around.
He's around somewhere. He has to be within 50 miles of wherever I'm at right now. I know he is. I know where Epic Games headquarters is. I'll just wait outside. Watch they all working from home. New community guidelines, community safety guidelines were dropped today from Twitch. This is in streaming nugs. There's a new username policy. Our updated policy details what egregious usernames violate our community guidelines. For example, hate speech, threats of violence, and personally identifiable information. We will also remove reported usernames that fall into the following categories: references to sexual acts, arousal fluids, or genitalia, or references to hard drugs, excluding alcohol, tobacco, and marijuana. So I wonder if crack that pussy. Well, yes, that would definitely be flagged.
Yeah, it would be
For the sexual act, but I try to mix drugs and sexual, only to realize that phrase is just purely sexual.
Yep.
Damn. I tried to be clever and it just fell flat on my face. Fuck.
Yep.
Saw someone who had Virgin in their name, changed it real quick. I mean, you could argue that it wasn't that. Like, that's not a sexual act.
No.
Yeah, like, I feel like Virgin technically would have passed. But this is definitely a sin thing, so we may revisit this next week.
Yeah.
They didn't even want to take a chance, I guess, because TOS. Yeah, I imagine.
Yeah.
This is more of a sin thing. Again, he has the finger on the pulse of streaming and, you know, how people act in social spaces. I am terrible at stuff like that. So, but yeah, hey, if you have some sexually suggestive names, or you you really like meth, or the idea of meth, or something.
Meth as a concept.
Yeah. An amphetamine of any kind. Look, all this reminds me of is that Apple tried to remove the amphetamine app from the App Store because it was referencing the drug. It was like, no, we're not like the developers, like, we're not promoting meth. We're just promoting something like, hey, we're just trying to keep the computer up because you don't allow us to not do that. And the funny thing was, around that time when Apple blocked that app, I was looking for an app or something to keep my Mac open for an extended amount of time. So I was like, boy, this was perfect advertising because I sure downloaded the app when it was made available again in the App Store.
Oh, I need this.
Don't mind if I do. Android 12 feature, Android 12 February security patch is rolling out to Google Pixels all over the world. Also, I've heard, and speaking of Pixels, that even though the Pixel 6 has their own, like they got their own Google made chips, they're still only guaranteed 3 years updates. That does not sound right.
You don't feel right.
I don't like that.
Yeah, it really only feels like you can only squeeze like 3 years out of it, and then be like, all right, time for a new Pixel.
But see, the thing is, it's like that was the whole argument of moving to custom chips as opposed to using like Qualcomm. So you mean to tell me you designed your chip, and you're like, yeah, this should be fine. And Google, I have faith in you. You let me down.
Sundar, do better.
No, is it Lockheimer? Yeah, Hiroshi Lockheimer is Android, right?
I think so.
Where are you working at, Hiroshi? Yep. SVP at Google for Android, Chrome, Chrome OS, Play, Comms, and Photo.
Yeah,
Yep. So Hiroshi Lockheimer, do better.
yeah, he got a lot on his plate.
Yeah, I'm gonna be really specific with you. You do better.
Do better.
I feel like there are some others that I could point at too, but you're the one. You're the guy right now.
I always point at the head and be like, "You, Sundar, do better."
I mean,
and then tell your people to do better.
Well, I mean, at that point, we consider tell Sachi and Nadella, but no, we always point at Phil.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna point at Herman Holst, not Jim Ryan. Well, no, Herman Holst, like that's software. Like he's only the head of Worldwide Studios.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, yeah, I think we would be yelling at Jim Ryan then.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's the head of PlayStation, not the head of Sony. That is somebody completely different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're coming for Jim. Yeah, Jim Ryan. Yeah, that's on you.
Yep.
In Apple updates, iOS 15 iOS and iPadOS 15.3.1 is out now with security fixes and bug updates. Wow, security updates and bug fixes. Boy, I fucked that up. I mean, I feel like it worked either way, but
yeah, it worked out.
You update your bugs. They're more sophisticated bugs now.
Mm-hmm.
And macOS 12.2.1 is now out. It fixes a Bluetooth battery drain that was introduced in macOS 12.2.
Glad they fixed that.
Yeah. Apparently, people were reporting that when their Macs went to sleep, the Bluetooth was wide the fuck awake, and people will wake up to a dead battery. So, glad they got that fixed.
Good.
And ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it.
Hey.
Made it to the end once again.
Yes, we did.
Kev.
Yes, sir.
What we got going on this week?
So, we're gonna be revisiting back to Earthbound again. We're gonna do Lost Ark, Ollie World. What's the new thing? Oh, my birthday. Birthday's next week.
Hey.
So yeah, for the whole of birthday month. So yeah, real talk. My birthday is just gonna be me, a plate full of Chinese food, and a Hershey's chocolate cream pie, and I'm just gonna sit down and just watch whatever shows, and then blow like a little, like one of those little like streamer blows, like, and then that's about it. Like that's about it for the birthday boy. And cause this pandemic out here killing all my plans. No weekend trips out of town. No lavish buffet dinners. Ugh, miss it so much. So yeah, probably just gonna be staying home eating. Probably do like the birthday stream the day before my birthday, so I can just like veg out and absorb all this like birthday praise and love and then my homie's birthday, that's on the 22nd, which is cool because I told her, I'm like, yo, you gonna have a special birthday because it's gonna be 2/22/22. The deuce.
All I can say is me too. Me too.
Me too.
Me too.
The deuces. So I'm like, oh, you got a special birthday. So yeah, I'm probably gonna be doing slim to none that weekend. Probably relax, throw people the Cash App and the Amazon wish list, and be like, say happy birthday to me.
Oh shit, Ruin. I am so sorry. I forgot about that. I mean, I did mean to show it, but I forgot. Hold on.
Show it. I want you to show me.
Yeah, I gotta scroll back up. I gotta scroll. Damn, where the fuck did it go?
I want to see the meme.
Can you repost it? Oh shit! Hold. Never mind. I got it.
Then just be like, I could pull it back up. Yeah.
I forgot it. My bad. Yeah, that's on me. That was on me. I forgot. Sinus wanted to show what playing Xenoblade 3 will look like on his Switch.
392p, 70 frames a second. Man, the Switch runs bad. If it's not them like smooth texture games or them like kitty texture games, it's a wrap, dude.
I'm sorry, Mario can run at 60 FPS. Why can't Xenoblade?
I mean, that's Mario, though, but
Yeah, you're right. Mario's a goat, that's why.
yeah.
Is he Vigo or Ego? Did he throw his hat? Is it Cappy?
Yeah, it's a Cappy.
It's Cappy.
All Cap.
It's all Cappy. Mario is a go all Cappy.
All Cappy.
Oh my god, what else you got going on, man?
That's pretty much it. The birthday and games.
So let's see here. I know that we will have one more show before my birthday celebration, but I'm excited to announce that we are actually doing a video game themed birthday party for me as a 34-year-old man.
I mean,
but it's not for me though. So up until recently, we cannot get we couldn't get my son to like celebrate like holidays and birthdays. Like he will argue tooth and nail that it is not the day we say it is, especially when it was his birthday. Like, kid, it's your birthday. It's like, no, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's like, try to sing happy birthday. He run away. He did not care. It wasn't up until like Thanksgiving that he started understanding it and like started getting really excited about it. Now he's really excited about my birthday. Where he wants to throw a party. He wants to throw a party for daddy. It's daddy's birthday. Throw a party. He tried to give me birthday gifts the other day. He's like, it's not my birthday. We gotta wait. So what we decided to do was throw a birthday or a video game themed birthday party that he kind of understands what's going on. Because daddy likes video games, and of course, like that's my identity to him. So like, sure, let's lean into it. So I'm really excited playing some video games. I know that's what he likes to do. So I want to play video games with him and share that love with the rest of my family too. So having a small to get together with my family and getting some Moe's, some ice cream cake. But you're probably gonna bring like the Xbox down, maybe play some Jackbox stuff like with the PC and stuff like that, because that's where I own my Jackbox shit. Using my Apple TV to use Steam Link to play to play Jackbox because it works. Ruin. You don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I know. Actually, I have an ADHD evaluation this week. So that's going to be fun to finally figure out what's actually happening inside of my head. Doesn't have to be native, Ruin. We like to use the network. We've got gigabit running through the house. We just use all the bits.
All the bits.
All the bits.
The bits.
The bits. But yep, that's pretty much it. So yeah, next week we'll hopefully have another show with the full crew, or at least hopefully with Sin back. With Anka, you never know.
You never know.
She just comes and goes as she pleases.
You never know.
But that's gonna do it for this episode of Tech Talk Thursdays for February 10th, 2022. Of course, we're gonna look, I was proactive. I set up a raid. We want to send the love over to Mocha Jones 10, who is doing the Black Excellence, you know, somewhere on the Twitch front page, maybe, possibly. I don't know, because they didn't tell anybody any damn thing.
In the corner, in the back, in the booth, in the dark.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Thank you all for tuning in to another episode. Really do appreciate it. Of course, you all could have been anywhere in the world, watching any stream in the world. You could have been playing or reading the tech news yourself. But we appreciate you coming through with the Skeleton Crew, keeping us company. As you know, the rest of our hosts left us on episode 50. On episode 50. It's a big deal, but it's okay. Of Tech Talk Thursdays. Thank y'all so much. And of course, on behalf of Kevy Kev in the building, it's your boy Mark Summers, Major Linux, saying, I love you and peace. How?
Wakanda forever. Ibambe.